Earth to chat. Earth to chat.
Howdy. Hope everyone's doing okay. Yeah, you're about to find out how good I am at gaming, and by how good I mean horrendous. How bad I am at gaming. I'm really terrible at gaming, and so I need to maybe do a little bit of a warm up. We're gonna do so by doing absolutely nothing, and by doing absolutely nothing, I mean we're gonna go watch a video first up. Hope everyone's okay. I've been asleep for the last 2 hours. I've been super tired. No, actually, not a Vsauce video. I've got a different video. Just something different. Something that came up last night while I was looking at Reddit. Just I want to watch about Kowloon. It's before all of our time, but you might know of Kowloon Walled City in Hong Kong. Uh, it was this city that was built on top of each other, just upon slum upon slum, until it became super crowded and basically a lawless area. And then they tore it down in the 90s, especially after China took back control of Hong Kong, after Britain handed it back over. But it was kind of a look into a kind of world that didn't have the same kind of rules that the rest of us did. So I thought we might watch that. It was recommended. It's from Real Life Law on YouTube. We'll look at it and then see how it goes. About 10 minutes, so we'll see how we go. Work is tiring me out just a little bit. In Sydney, we've got a go back to work plan, and it means I'm back in the office 2 days a week. And it doesn't sound like much, but trying to get back to the office on Monday morning after having that 1 extra hour of sleep made it, it's just taken me out of whack just a little bit. So it was all right on Monday. I got up early enough on Monday and went. And then came Wednesday today, and I just could not get out of sleep. Could not get out of bed for the life of me. I couldn't sleep that well last night, and so I decided to sleep in. Couldn't be bothered going in. I napped. I think I napped twice today. It's not too bad. Like I feel all right. Like I'm not having any kind of issues. But Boomer is right. You hit 30 and energy just downhill. So anyway, we'll try and watch a video, see how we go with that. Um, and then we might play some Valorant. I was liking the idea of having a go at Valorant today. I haven't played it before. It's a good opportunity to try it. If people are around, I might have a look at. We still might have a look at crypto a little bit later. I'll have a. I want to have a look at just what's happening in that world. And that's about it. We sort of see how we go. Starbound or Among Us. I'm thinking Among Us potentially next week. I wouldn't mind doing Jackbox. I've got Jackbox ready now. So I wouldn't mind doing Jackbox on Friday. And then maybe Among Us next week. I don't want to spend too much time on every single game. So as much as we'll play Valorant, or I'm not necessarily looking for a game that's going to be, consistent and ongoing. Jamie, how are you, man? I saw you followed just before stream started. Thanks for coming. I do really appreciate it. The more the merrier, absolutely. But if you can drag along new people as well, by all means. But it's great to see you as always. Yeah, so I'm not necessarily looking for a new game, like I said, but we'll see how we go. Sorry, I'm not looking for a game that's going to be consistent. I am actually looking for new games. So that's why I think I might want to try Among Us next week when we do say Jackbox on Friday, and maybe give something a bit of a routine. Maybe Jackbox on Fridays or something like that. I know IsKLol does it already, and he doesn't have a specific dedicated day, but he does do a lot of Jackbox. But I like the idea of giving everyone on the Discord an opportunity to look forward to a guaranteed day per week of something. And Jackbox seems to be the perfect thing because you all can get involved and it's all excitement. We all laugh. We all have a lot of fun doing it. So I think we'll look towards perhaps um, getting that working on Fridays perhaps. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, what we'll do now right now is let's watch this video. Got just about 10 minutes, and then give me an opportunity to get Valorant working. I definitely restarted my computer this time, so unless they're gonna spring me with a update, I really think it'll work. So let's see how we go. All right, let's go to this one. Let's watch our video. Sorry, I'm not in dark mode on YouTube at the moment. Oh, that's my bad. Let me know if it's too hard to hear, although it does look like we might be having the same issue again that I had last time. All right, give me one sec. Every time I unplug my headphones, the audio completely goes away out of the the stream. So let me try that. Nope, it doesn't matter. It's only advertisement, so you're not missing much. Real tech. We want not speakers broadcast. That one, I reckon. Nope. Nope. Oh, this is going to be a problem every single time I try and stream. I'm going to have to work out a more permanent solution. I don't like the fact that OBS does this to me. Which one is it? It's not that one. It's not speakers. Is it Realtek Audio? Is it the NVIDIA broadcast speakers? Yeah, it's the first part's just an ad, but let me get it working. It looks cool. Like I remember reading books of this years ago, and for the life of me, I've never really seen video inside it. So I thought, oh, I need to watch it. I need to find a reason to watch, and well, this is good enough as any, isn't it? Speakers, NVIDIA broadcast, high definition audio, line, Realtek digital output. Is that going to work? Nope. No. Because I need to get this fixed anyway, because then you're not going to be able to hear Valorant, and we wouldn't want that, would we? Speakers, USB audio DAC key, what about that? But that one's just a screen, so let's see if this just the screen works. No, but the display is hearing. Just make your own sound effects, I know. I know. Everything is good, but my audio. This is so scuffed. I've got so many different audio devices. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine audio devices. I've got because there's four of them are screens. So if I choose desktop audio, I need to choose the one that has the relevant output, and the current output is through Realtek digital output. I'm sure it is, but you can't hear anything. You can hear that though. You can hear that now, can't you? That's definitely working now, isn't it? All right, so that one should be okay. No, no, it's not. You can't hear that? Really? Oh my lord. No, right, that's terrible. Well, it did say it's capturing the display sound, and it's definitely making sound. Desktop audio speakers. What is it? What is my current audio device? Yes, speakers will take audio. So if I choose, yeah, if I choose maybe what's coming out of my headphones? It shouldn't really be what's coming out of my headphones, though. Display. Properties. Speakers, Realtek audio. Well, if you haven't been able to hear anything for the last couple of minutes, then I'm assuming it's no. Yeah, no video audio. It's the same thing that happened. It's the same thing that happens every stream. It's basically as soon as I unplug my headphones, this setting just busts. Here we go.
26. The odds are
I reckon that works.
Video, you're probably doing it alone or in a pretty small group of friends. You're probably watching this with a reasonable amount of privacy
Good now?
around you, but what if you were suddenly teleported to the least private and the most crowded place in the world and were forced to live there? What would your day-to-day life
Yeah, I can hear that.
being
You're
like?
much louder.
Currently, the most
Okay.
dense concentration of people you can find anywhere in the world is here in Mumbai in the Dharavi slums. 700,000 people live here, packed together into just 2 square kilometers, which would be
How's that?
like shoving the entire
Better?
population of Alaska down into just 2 city blocks. Life in Dharavi is harsh, but it's not the most crowded settlement in
Hopefully
human
one day it'll
history,
work properly and I won't have to
therefore,
change
it's
it.
not where you're getting teleported
Fantastic.
to.
Alright,
As recently
let's watch
as
this.
1993, the title of the most crowded place on Earth belonged to a tiny-sized settlement in Hong Kong known as the Kowloon Walled City, with nicknames like the City of Anarchy and the...
When I was growing up, I had no idea how old this place was. I thought when I was growing up, this was a place I could still go and visit. Like, even when I got into my teens, I was like, I want to go and visit Kowloon. I had no idea it was torn down so early on in my childhood. The way they talked about this place. SP, we're just watching a video. Sometimes we watch videos at the start of stream to take up a little bit of the first 10, 15 minutes. Just random crap, to be honest. We spent the first couple of streams watching some Vsauce videos, one about brains and one about something else. I don't remember now, but this one's about the Kowloon Wall City in Hong Kong. I've never really had the opportunity to watch anything about it before, and to be honest, I'm sitting in going, how? Like, I've always found this sort of thing fascinating. So I thought, well, let's watch this, and then I'm going to play a little bit. We'll play some Valorant after, play some games afterwards, and then do some more stuff later. You can hear the RTX. Yeah, tell me if it still sounds okay, because the RTX is kicking in for the air conditioner at the moment. So should have this should be removing the air conditioner sound from behind me. But if it's making it sounds good, all right. Well, that's exactly what I'm going for. So I'm really glad. All right, let's keep going.
City of Darkness. You know that it's about to get pretty wild, but before we get too crazy here, you need to first understand this. The population density in New York City is only 10,431 people per square kilometer. The density of people in Dharavi is more like 277,000 people per square kilometer, over 26 times more dense than New York. Kowloon Walled City, on the other hand, was more like 1.9 million people per square kilometer. 182 times as densely packed together than even New York.
Myself
yet,
recordings of myself. I might try and listen to it a bit later and see exactly how it sounds, or whether it's something I can even make any more improvements to.
50,000 people living there. To put it in another way, imagine that you live in a comfortable 1,200 square foot home all by yourself. But then you shove 9 more people into that same home with you. Further, imagine that your home is merely one unit of a 14-story building, and every other unit in that building is just as
watch videos with
yours. Then imagine hundreds of those buildings all crammed together into just those 4 football fields of space. In fact, if every single person in the world lived as closely together to one another as the people did in the walled city, the entire human species would be capable of living and working together in just Rhode Island.
That's
crazy. But what would it actually be like for you to live in such a horrifically crowded place? The street level of the walled city was full of dentist and doctor offices without
Imagine
any
the
official
smell.
operating licenses. So you'd always have to
It's
just take
super
your
cramped.
chances with a random person who was claiming to be a dentist anytime that you wanted to get your teeth checked. It could have been pretty good, or it could have been some rando off the street who decided 2 hours ago that he was now a dentist. Restaurants routinely offered dog meat as a tempting alternative to normal food, all without any adherence to sanitation regulations. Dozens of alleyways on the ground inside the interior of the city connected each side and the living units deep in the dark interior that lacked any windows. These alleys were only between 3 and 6 feet wide, and you would have to carry an umbrella with you to shield yourself from the drippy water pipes and people throwing garbage out above you. The alleys were almost
It's a
permanently
park now.
dark
It's
since
not
the
there at all.
unbelievably dense slums above blocked out most of the sunlight. The walled city was essentially the world's largest squatter camp without any official government services or even laws, and it developed a nickname, the City of Anarchy. As the population began to skyrocket from a few hundred up to tens of thousands, both the British and the Chinese governments grew reluctant to interfere with the weird situation and carried out a very hands-off approach with regards to the city. This is how random people could claim to be dentists. Chefs served dogs in their cafes, and why nobody knew what to do with their garbage. So they either threw it out of their windows or hauled it up to the roof to be abandoned forever. Since the official government rarely...
Jamie, this used to be Hong Kong. This was the area called Kowloon Walled City that existed back when Great Britain had control of Hong Kong. So probably going back to between the 70s and up to the 90s. Well, I think it was gone by like 93. So it lasted a while. I don't entirely recall the history and why it came to be that way. It had something to do with a military base that was nearby, or so, I don't know, something like that. It's not that long ago. No, it's quite recent in the grand scheme of things, and I don't know why. That's why maybe I thought that it was still there. I knew it was gone now, but only up until a few years ago did I really know it was actually gone. Um, I always thought that it was something that persisted through a lot of my childhood. No one really ever explained it to me.
intervened in whatever happened inside, the walled city became increasingly attractive to the
Yeah,
people who
it
society
is.
frowned
It's like-
upon.
it's like our parents'
Gangsters,
age.
pimps, drug dealers, sex workers, dog eaters, refugees, and apparently even some normal, albeit maybe crazy people who simply saw an opportunity. Further up into the dark layers of the city, you could easily find opium dens, heroin stands that operated as freely as convenience stores, and brothels that operated with impunity. The city was a dangerous place for police, or probably...
It's interesting, a lot of this outside, I actually don't find to be that unusual. It looks like Chinese architecture. It looks pretty much like I recall seeing every time I go to China, and especially outside of the major cities. It's housing that looks a bit like this. And it's crazy that Kowloon was a facade of like normal living, but inside it was where it got really crazy. It does remind me of Cyberpunk. I think if that was Melbourne, be $1 million. It would be. It would totally be. If it was in Sydney here too, it would definitely be that expensive. I think um I think part of the reason that I kind of had this romanticized idea of it was perhaps because of the community style organization that's in there, and like how people were able to manage themselves and be, I don't know, be friends. It's probably a very naive opinion of Kowloon, which is why I didn't know much about it, wanted to know a bit more about it. When they say lawless, I'm curious as to how that worked, whether it was something where people just got murdered every other day. PC, man, look, if you put me right in the middle of it and said good luck, but then gave me this PC setup and just this space here to myself, I might be okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious as to, let me see if I've got a picture of like some of the area that I've been to previously. So this is an area in China which is quite out of the way. You won't have heard of it. You won't have been there. The thing is though, I can't find pictures of just the streets of China, areas that don't really get that kind of visibility online. Nah, that's it. Shitty environment, the sense of community is high. Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, they explained before, fitting 9 people into a spacious room. I feel like for some people that would be insufferable. I agree. There are plenty of people who need that space and would be dying to get fresh air and into a bigger space of their own. But I live in a pretty small, but this is tiny. This is a tiny studio apartment that I live in right now, and I live with one other person, so it probably doesn't quite get to that sort of thing. But I'm really okay with it. It's also clean here, so it's not comparable. It's comparing apples to oranges, right? But I deal with small places quite well, especially if you've got a community of like-minded people and friends around you that can support you in it. There is a romanticism around Kowloon, 100%. I don't know if they'll go into what people think of it now. But what if you're born into it? Yeah, exactly. Like, what else do you know? This is your home, right? It would have sucked to come into the 90s and be living here and then be forcefully removed and sent to who knows where, and your house to be essentially demolished. Only the pretty places for the brochures and advertising. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm trying to find. I might have to show you actual photos that I've taken, but there are areas of China that look a bit like this. Maybe not quite so bad, but the even just the shape of the building, with the barred windows outside, the clothes hanging out, the signs. It reminds me a mixture of China and also a little bit of Korea. When I went to Korea, it was a bit like this, especially with this sort of signage. They don't really have a concept of separation of usage of space. So in I don't know, Jamie, what it's like in the US where you live, but here you have to be zoned for commercial or zoned for residential. So you've got only residential areas, then only commercial areas. But in a lot of Asia, you can walk into someone's house and it's a shop. Like you could go into an apartment block, and on the third floor, apartment 4, it's a tax office or something like that. And therefore, a lot of them had signage out the front like this, which I thought was cool. That's kind of cool, being able to go into an apartment building and halfway up is like an arcade or something. That's awesome. Like your dentist and restaurant was just 10 steps away and everything you needed was there. Yeah, and as long as it was good, right? As long as it was okay. I don't quite know about the eating the dog part, but other than that, the concept of it seemed quite all right, that your whole life was there right at your feet, and you didn't really need to go very far away from home, and you probably knew the dentist person very well. You might have killed someone the other day, but at least you knew him pretty well, and it wasn't you killed. The only place that I've ever been that never had to yeah was never had to lie was Japan. Yeah, see, even Japan has a bit of energy just because of how dense it is. Again, I've seen buildings that look a little bit like this, a lot cleaner, a lot more well maintained, but you have to go into the apartment block to go up to the fourth floor or fifth floor to go somewhere. They just a lot of Asia has that scale of economics that is just so much tighter, tightly integrated into your social area of living than it is here. Like to go to an office, you've either got to go to one of the skyscrapers in the CBD and take the elevator up to level 15, and they got the whole floor. But here, that situation is still big multinational companies. So if you want to go to your local tax office or your local travel agency or something like that, it could very well be in someone's house. You have to have residential. Yeah, I expect as such. Like, and that's really a first world kind of separation, right? Where you separate your commercials away from your residentials, because no one who lives in a a residential wants to live next door to, you know, the place making tons of noise, the game arcade that makes noise in someone's house next door, right? People complain about that sort of shit all the time. Have I patched Valorant? Oh no, I don't know. I certainly hope I have. While we watch the rest of this video, let me just open up the app and have it in the background, because if it needs to patch, then we're gonna have a bad time. Everything has to patch all the time. There's always something that needs to be downloaded. All right. Let me put this in the background. 1.7 gigabytes. All right, fine. Just leave it in the background. Tell me if the stream starts to have problems because of the download. It shouldn't, though. It should be okay.
Anybody really to enter, so they only ever intervened with large groups and never alone. So if you ran into trouble inside and you call 911, the chances are that you'd probably not get an answer. On average, each person paid 35 Hong Kong dollars, or about $5 US per month for their rent for a 40 square foot room of space.
Sign me up. What the fuck? Sign me up. 40 square feet for $5. That's better than plenty of places in the United States and in Australia. I know for a fact. Here it's either A, the building is all residential, or only the ground floor is business and everything else is residential. Yeah, that's true. That's same here. You'll have like an apartment block with food and whatever cafes and stuff at the bottom. 8 foot by 5 foot. Yeah, but it's the space for $5 a month, so it's the scaling, right? If you can get it, if you can afford just a little bit more, you can get tons more. Although, yeah, you got a point. You probably can't. You're probably physically restricted from being able to take up any more space. 8 foot by 5 foot.
Which is about this size relative to an actual human for reference.
Yeah, okay, scratch that. I know nothing about imperial measurements. Scratch that. Actually, yeah, from here to here. I did say if you give me my computer space and I could have it, I'd probably be able to deal with it. For only $5 US a month? Maybe. Of course, then, yeah, because obviously, you know, toilets and showers and whatnot, that probably makes it a little bit of a challenge. So, just fit in a queen size bed. And I would. Dude, like you only won't even have room for a bed. Yeah, true. You just set up mats on the floor and then set up one of those Instagram style squashed in blanket things that you lie on and put some fucking fairy lights in there and post it on Pinterest, man, and everyone will be copying it.
Thousands of these little rooms existed side by side of each other, stretching up to 14 stories high. Around 500 buildings were constructed inside of the city without a single licensed architect or engineer providing any kind.
Look at this. Look at how it's starting to wobble. Like, that's crazy. That's for what it's worth. All of the parts that could even possibly be romanticized. That scares me a little bit. Just how much it sort of starts to sway and stick out at the sides here. Cheap capsule hotel. Sleep on a beanbag. Use it as a chair and bed. Yeah, so you can economize your life like that. Make it efficient. There's plenty of things you can do with a nice space. I should just be a real estate agent. I could sell anything. If I could sell a space that's 40 square feet, I'm sure I could sell any kind of space. Yeah.
Of guidance whatsoever. Plumbing and sewage was almost non-existent, while tiny metal fabrication shops made up a good percentage of the units between the ground and the 5th floors. While the metal shops provided some form of employment and income, they also added vastly to the horrible pollution problem found inside, while the street level inside of the city was always cast in darkness no matter the time of.
Yeah, see, I think this is a legit, mind you, you can still find alleyways like this throughout China, probably just not quite as bad as it was in Kowloon, but this part, yeah, this sort of scares me. A lot of this stuff is exposed wiring. There's plenty of people still picking up rubbish and shit, but there's only so much you can do before that becomes just too unsafe.
Day or
year.
It looks a bit. There was also a network of stairs and ramps that would enable you to traverse the city without.
Like, that's a nightmare. Imagine losing your power, having to come out to this, and I'm looking at it going, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And Jamie, you're right. It kind of looks like Cyberpunk. It's a mixture of Cyberpunk and Fallout.
Never having to set foot on the dark surface. When zooming out to see the entire walled city, you
It's
can
crazy.
notice a courtyard in the center, which was the prime social gathering place and the only area on the street where the sun could reach. As mentioned previously, the roof on the city was always covered in garbage and was the prime dumping spot for residents. But it was also a pretty cool spot for you to go and check out planes that were almost crashing into everything. You see, the walled city was located only half a mile away from Kai-Tak Airport, and planes landing there would routinely fly just over the city before landing, which contributed to enormous noise pollution.
Wow.
The camp was originally built out across the ancient walled city's borders on the street level, but as space ran out on the ground and more people were coming in all the time,
Yes, this is what I was getting at before, where I said it's something to do with a military base. It was a military base. That's why it's called a walled city, because it was inside like a medieval base that they decided they didn't want to break down, and so they went in, just kept sticking in all of the all as many houses and building up inside the same little space as they can. RTX on, yeah. As I was just talking before, it's like a motorcycle going outside along the street. It just pumps sound into here. I'm really glad that this RTX is handling it as best as possible, because otherwise it'll just be background noise the whole time. You clip it and send it. Yes, please. I'd love to hear how it sounds. I don't really go back and watch my VODs that much. I don't like the way I sound, so I don't want to. I don't really want to go back and watch and listen to me, but I do need to listen to me myself a little bit to help me work out how to improve the audio if I can. I don't know how much more I can do than this, other than when I move again, make sure I get a bit of a space and set up the acoustics a little bit better, like they do. Yeah, that's what the RTX is doing, is removing all the background noise, making me essentially sound like a robot, which is doing a good job. At least it's better than hearing the motorcycle and whatever. I don't like the sound of my voice as well. Yeah, it's weird hearing yourself properly. You don't ever really hear yourself on a recording that often, and so you get it played back to you, and you go, "Oh God, are people? Is that how people hear me? I don't know how they tolerate me."
they began building structure after structure on top of those old ones. The residents
Yeah.
realized, though, that building higher than 14 stories could result in the airplanes that were landing over at Kai-Tak to collide and kill all of them instead, so yeah, nobody ever built anything above that. Life inside was dark, dirty, cramped, loud, and often violent. But a lot of people seem to actually enjoy it since it kept
It's interesting
attracting
you say,
more.
Jamie. We've been watching Vsauce videos for the last couple of days. Uh, this is the first stream that we haven't watched a Vsauce video, and I think I personally have watched that one by Vsauce. Are we tone deaf? I don't know if it's tone deaf. It's I don't know. You just it's like um I don't know. I forgot what the word is, but just things you're used to. It's just what you're used to, and hearing it recorded and played back just isn't how you normally hear yourself, because you normally hear yourself from your mouth to your ears, which is a certain distance away, and the sound travels a certain way, a little bit of mixture of through your head and rebounding off things around you. So you sound a little bit different to the way people hear you from if you're standing further away. So getting it played back to you is a little bit different, because it's showing you that sound traveling from an external source to your ears, which makes it sound a bit different. But then that's how you actually sound, apparently. The one thing I noticed is how thick my accent is when I heard myself the other day. I know that I have an accent, but you never realize how thick of an accent you have until you listen to yourself speak. It's it's a legit Australian accent. It's thick. I think I sound cool, but when I hear my voice, I sound like a nerd. Yeah, that's it. We all think we sound cool. I think I sound cool as well. But yeah, then I hear myself and I sound like a bogan. I sound like I I live in Frankston. I lived pretty close to Frankston, mind you, but I don't live there anymore.
And more people over the years. Your life inside would be guaranteed to be radically different from the life you know now, because there isn't really any place on the earth that's quite like what the Kowloon walled city was like.
It's a bit like
Unfortunately,
this,
you no
Frankston.
longer can visit unless you have a time machine, because the city was finally demolished by the Hong Kong government in 1994 after it became just too awesome for them to handle. All that we have left of the city today is a really lame park where it used to stand, but we thankfully have a lot of amazing photographs that people took of it back when it used to exist, like these that give you some kind of sense of what it used to be like. However, there is a pretty wacky arcade in Japan called the Anata no Warehouse in Kawasaki that's created a faithful, multi-level recreation of part of the walled city, so that's probably your best chance of getting to experience what I just talked about in this video. If you end up going there, one of the first things that you'll probably want to do is take pictures. And luckily, there's a class on Skillshare for that. Professional photography.
Yeah, no, I'm not watching that. Wasn't Australian accent rated the best accent in the world? I don't know. I guess it depends on who you ask. I know it's kind of popular with the women. Not Australian women, but foreign women in Kawasaki. Let's have a look. Hang on. Kowloon recreation. I totally need to go here. Warehouse Kawasaki are cool. But maybe Margot Robbie and Chris Hemsworth were at, yeah, that's what I think, right? We send our actors to the United States and we win through cultural victory, right? You guys love our accent because they have the best of all of us. And the rest of us just sound like dying possums or something, No one sounds like Hemsworth. That's right. I wish. Chris Hemsworth, I think, used to grow up in. I think he grew up in Phillip Island, which is a crazy place to grow up. It's like an amusement park. That's awesome. Well, I totally have to go here. Faithful recreation of Kowloon, but like, is it 1-to-1? Can I walk around in here or? Oh yeah, you sort of can. You go in and it's a bit of a. I've seen this. I haven't been, but I've seen this when they talked about arcades because it's an arcade. Yeah, I've totally seen this before when people were talking about weird looking arcades. Internet warehouse. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I used to go to Phillip Island all the time. Go and look at the penguins. What if you lived on the most crowded? That was cool. I liked it. I thought that was really insightful into Kowloon. You know what? Like is similar to this now. It's just Indian slum. Of course, it's the first thing that comes up. We spent a day in the largest slum in India.
This is Mumbai, the wealthiest city in India, which has the highest number of millionaires
I don't want to watch all of this,
in the
but
country.
Asian Boss actually
Mumbai
does pretty good videos.
is also home to Dharavi, one of the largest slums in Asia and one of the most densely populated areas in the world. Despite the fact that around 1 million people are estimated to be living in Dharavi, not many people know about what's actually happening inside the slums. So we decided to travel to Mumbai to find out more about what living in Dharavi is like. But first, we thought it'd be interesting to ask Mumbai residents living outside of the slums about their perception of Dharavi.
Can we just go and look inside the slums?
What kind of stereotypes are there of people living in the slums? Of chutney that is made up of herbs and coconut.
Do they eat it every day?
आप ये रोज खाते हो?
रोज
she does. Yeah, she does.
Can
What
you
is
show
that?
us how they where they sleep? Where do they sleep?
आप कहाँ सोते हो वो पूछ रहे हैं. ऊपर सोते हैं.
Oh, wait, in my head.
Yes, this is modern slum living, right? This is how millions of people live every day.
ऐसे ही सोते हो कि कुछ भी?
What did she say? Like 2 adults and 3 kids? That's
लीकेज आप
crazy.
कैसे संभालते हो? लीक होता है पानी से?
वो रखते वाटी रखते हैं, रात भर सोते नहीं हैं।
How much do they earn per day?
पैसा कितना भी करेंगे तो पकड़ ही देते, ऐसा कुछ नहीं।
She says how much ever she works, she will get a fixed income.
Fixed income anyway.
6,000 rupees per month. Yeah. So it's somebody else's business. She just does it.
Do they have access to like clean water?
पानी का कैसा होता है यहाँ?
4-4 दिन नहीं मिलता है, ऐसा इधर उधर से लेके आते हैं हम लोग।
कहाँ से मिलता है ये पानी आपको?
इधर से भी लेके आते हैं, जल्दी से जाके अंडा से।
The water clean that I get there?
हाँ, कभी गंदा आता है, कभी साफ आता है सब।
आप उसे उबाल के पीते हैं?
नहीं ऐसा।
That's unreal.
Do you get any diseases from the?
They got stuff from like outside.
How much do you earn per
They've
day?
lived 24 years in these slums. $40 a
The
month.
kids seemed carefree and just happy to be playing.
This is like what you said, Jamie, before. You know, if you grow up in areas like this is all you know, and you make as much fun as you can growing up here. You know, I'm probably just playing
Invited to
ball
play
game
cricket
stuff,
with them,
like cricket.
India's most popular sport, similar to baseball.
Absolute shocker. That's out. That's out. 1 aim, 1 bounce.
Okay, good. We got it. So how was it playing cricket?
I think I'm a pro.
Yeah, anyway. Alright. That'll do us for the videos for today. Well, as far as at least now is concerned, maybe we do another one after I've had a go at Valorant. I don't even know if I like Valorant yet. So we'll see what Valorant's like. It works, so now it's updated. We can definitely play it. Carry you, I don't think I'll be carrying anyone. I don't even think I'll be carrying myself. I'll be lucky if I'm able to even kill anyone. If this is anything like CSGO, I'm going to be struggling, I think. If I change my category, Valorant. No, not that. Valorant. Alright, cool. Update. Let's have a go. Order and Chaos 69. You love the number 69. Yeah, SP, feel free to join. Happy for a big group. However many we can fit into a squad or whatever it's called here. Happy to come. Happy for anyone to want to come in, especially if you're a pro. I want to be carried. I'd love to not have to do anything and just sit here and watch other people play. And we can jump on. Oh, I don't think SP you have voice chat. So if we want to get on a voice chat, we can. But otherwise, we'll just see how we go. I'm not really good. Okay, that's okay, man. There's no pressure. You're about to see how trash I am at any game. I'm not a good gamer. I like to play my video games on easy mode at all times. I'm definitely the person that wants to experience the story. So I've got very little interest in trying to play difficult games that have high amount of challenge that I've got to take hours and hours. You watch those people who commit to a particular video game and it takes them 100 tries to achieve anything in it. I'm over it. I'm over it on the second go. All right, let's see how we go. Zeta, you mentioned Cyberpunk before. I didn't actually have a lot of problems with Cyberpunk because I had everything on easy. And if I had a problem with the game, I just restarted it and got back to it, and I was able to get back to where I was within 30 seconds because of how easy I'd had it. Select display name. Do I have to do anything that's going to be... Just check if I have to do anything here. It's going to... Docs. This name is unavailable. Why is it unavailable? Don't I have a Riot Games display name? It needs to update, yeah. EQ and try to make fun of me for being on normal. Man, I'm on super easy. Nah, stuff hard. Don't let them tease you, man. It's not worth it. Alright, Riot Games. I gotta that's what my I have a display name. No QTX. That's the one. Alright. So I changed it to high. I'm not having 69. You're obsessed with that number. It's trust me, it's not even that good. It's hard. It's hard. 69. Trust me. I don't know what the number is yet. It hasn't given me a number. We've just dropped somewhere though. Alright, looks like I can turn this back on. Hang on. Oh,
Agent, welcome to Valorant. Name's Brimstone. I'll be taking you through some training so we can get you out in the field. We'll start with basic movement.
There we go.
Walk over there, would you?
Yes. Alright, let me change a couple of things. Display, we want windowed full screen. Resolution, yep, that's fine. Monitor, that's fine. Max FPS and menus, yep, it's 144. Max FPS and backgrounds, 30, it's fine. Max FPS, always off. Guys. Let's see. I would like to see network round trip time, packet loss, game latency. So I don't really care about tick rate, total frame time, idle time, CPU game time. Yeah, let's turn game time on, so see what we get. Which OC, yeah, do the tutorial. Noob. Yeah, man, I am a noob. It's literal first time playing. Update, yeah, and you guys update it if you see if you can get it completed by before. And look, I'm happy to change to whatever server as well. I
This
don't really
base is still
care.
getting cleaned up. Jump and crawl your way to that gun over there.
Is this too loud? Hang on. Let me just turn it down. I'm getting into yellow territory. My little OBS. Use spacebar. Oh, it's got to jump over there to break. Yeah. Use left control.
Now shoot that flying target. Accuracy is everything, so remember to stop before you fire. Right on these bots, then grab the
Shoot with
rifle.
both buttons. Oh lord. Why don't I have an aim button? It's gonna be my first time too. Yeah, come join. Alright, moving.
Alright, Agent, 3 more. Position yourself so you only fight one at a time. You can aim down sight for a closer look.
This one allows you to aim. Okay, it depends on the gun. Looked like that pistol had a spray and bullet. Right click to aim down sights. Great work inside the hall. Can I run yet?
The next bot can't see you, but it
I hate
will
it when
hear
they
you. Walk slowly so it doesn't detect your footsteps.
restrict
Then take it
buttons.
by surprise.
Am I able to lean?
Out of charges.
No. Left shift to sneak. So my walk speed, that's as quick as I can go?
Nice job. Let's try out some different guns on these targets. Normally you'd have to think about which guns and abilities to spend your creds on. But for now, go wild.
Aim sensitivity 1. Press speed open the armory. This is where you buy different guns as well as your abilities. Interesting. I've got 99,000. Alright, fine. Let's pick up this sniper. Owned. Oh, it's loud.
Take this time to check your settings. Adjust your aim sensitivity. Review your keybinds. I want everything to custom fit.
Sensitivity, aim. What if I go to 2? It won't go, max is 9,000. That's the walk speed, but they can't hear your footsteps. There's no run, is there no run speed? There we go. Oh, why does it do that? Because aim is a toggle. Okay. That's super loud. This is coming down. Music is coming down. Have we got music? No. No. No music. I don't like game music. I hate it. Zooming in depends on the gun. Okay. Voice over IP ducks music. Yeah, that's fine. Video voice over volume. Alright, that's fine. Aim sensitivity. Can I decrease? What is this? Like, oh yeah, shit, I can. That's cool. I can increase it. But shit, alright, press the escape key. There you can change mouse sensitivity and customize. I think that's pretty good for now. 2 times. Press B. I don't care about that. Alright, it's fine. Now, what I might do though, I might change my gun. Well, let's change to Aries. Whoa, what is that? Alright, fine. You can decrease and increase your sensitivity as well. I don't know 10-cent games. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, let's go.
Let's test your accuracy. These bots pop with 1 headshot. Body shots do less damage and leg shots even less. They'll despawn quickly, so see how many you can get before the timer runs out.
Oh man, this is Boomer. Super Boomer. You've just posted a link. Hey, I have links turned off at the moment, but I did say it, so let me get back to it. Let me finish this and I'll have a look at your link, okay? As if I missed. Oh, yeah, come on.
Not bad. Alright, track down that waypoint. It'll lead you to the teleporter. Go through it so we can practice using your abilities.
All good, SP. I did say it.
Make a huge difference in setting up a favorable fight.
The first thing I hear from you when I come back. Alright, hang on. Let me watch this. It's the video. Did I leave open my? I didn't. Let's get back to YouTube. Hopefully, yeah. Does it sign me out? I really need to leave it open. Yeah, sign me out. Doesn't matter. Oh, it's unavailable. SP. Oh no, that's right. It's my bad. No music. Touch. Turn it down a bit.
I want to be just like him.
No music. No music.
Oh no.
Abuelita, what are you doing here?
It's.
Doña, please. I was just getting a sign. My grandson. Sweet little angelito, querido cielito. He wants
Oh, it's ear rape. The audio compresses it. Yeah, yeah. I tried to turn it down as best as I could. You're right. Yeah, that's true, man. No music. I do not like game music. I like music. Don't worry. Don't get me wrong. I'm not that weird. I always find that game music. I don't know. Kind of kills it a bit of immersion in games. It just makes it less immersive for me. I find music. Sometimes it's good. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it works really well in like horror games and stuff like that. If you can do it tastefully, and it's less music and more sound effects that you add in the background. Yeah, I'd turn Overwatch music off. I wouldn't even remember what any of that music is. It ended like very early on into my Overwatch career. The music. And I've done that for this too. I have no interest in listening to any of this music. I don't mind it when the game's casual, super casual, like Starbound, for example, whatever. Like have like in-game music in the background, not very loud, but have it in the background. Enter the teleporter to continue your training. Okie doke. Yes, boss.
Every agent's abilities are different.
Okay.
See what your bow does by shooting that wall.
Classic. You move quicker when you're
scanning ahead.
And there they are.
Carrying your knife.
Use your intel to take them out one by one. Up ahead is a device called the Spike. It's how the enemy steals our radionite. Attackers try to plant it at key sites, and defenders try to stop them. Practice taking the Spike to the highlighted site.
I don't have very good aim. Just click their heads, forehead. Pick up the Spike by walking over. Alright. Yes, boss.
I have the Spike.
I have the Spike. Follow the walkway to the enemy's site. You know what? So far, so good. I'm not hating this game. I'm only in training. It's gonna get super toxic, I know that, but so far, I'm liking the mechanics. I wasn't 100% sold on the abilities and stuff, which I'm still not. I have a sneaking suspicion everyone is pro and everyone knows about every single little ability, and there's no point in using them at all. Even his ultimate abilities, like Hanzo. Let's press 4. Here we go. Alright, cool.
Once the attackers plant the Spike, the defenders will try to defuse it. I'll send in some bots. You take cover in the boathouse behind you and defend that Spike.
Here. There was a door named Top Secret. Oh, we'll see if we can get in there. This is a game where I'm gonna need to be on the ball for headshots.
Abilities to give you the advantage. Shoot your sonar bolt at the targets on the wall to reveal hidden enemies.
I am the hunter.
What target? What, that one? I just did. Bots are gathering their final push. Charge your bonfire recon bolt into locations. I did. I didn't do anything.
I am the hunter.
That's not. Oh, that's not a recon bolt. But it told me to fire the recon bolt. Which one's the recon one? Use A. Thank you. Yeah, sorry. That's my bad.
Revealing area.
All those kills charged up your ultimate ability. It fires straight through walls. You can fry those bots from here. Excellent.
It's not like Hanzo. It doesn't give me a fucking dragon that spins around and does area of effect damage.
When you're ready, the front lines are waiting. Welcome to Valorant.
Thank you. Victory. Your ult has 3 shots. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay, cool. Use that ult. Alright. Okay. I need to add people as friends, I'm guessing. Right ID. Now you gave me your right ID before. I changed this to windowed full screen. Why isn't it letting me move my thing outside? I changed this. No, it's not letting me do it. Why not done something? Apply, of course. Yes, confirm, it's fine. Graphics quality, stats. Yeah, the stats are still okay. Close settings. I'm not seeing those stats, but I guess they're in the game. 42069. Order and chaos. 69. I'm 808095. That's me. Alright, cool. Got my first person. Who else is playing? SB coming in yet? If so, you've got to give me your right ID so I can add them. Also Jamie, too, if you're playing. Are you doing the tutorial as well? Or you already passed it? All right, we got a party member ready to go. SP 1.5 out of 6.1. Fair enough. I'll wait for you, Jamie, and then we'll play. Just wondering. Well, yeah, we'll wait on Jamie. I'm just wondering, do we want to? So it's having this problem again. Why isn't it giving me? If I go to windowed full screen, it doesn't let me put my cursor outside. Yeah, top right corner. If you put your name over your thing, or your mouse over your name, it should give you a number and a name. Yeah, we'll do the first one without USP. Yeah, we want the number as well. Just wondering, do you all want to get into voice chat? You want to play on voice? Jamie 11089 69.
Hey, no QT. Head
We
to
don't
your
need
settings.
to. You're already in. Okay, we don't need to. Head to my settings. Okay, I'm in my settings.
Yeah. Go to audio.
Yeah.
Voice chat.
Voice chat.
Are you automatic or push to talk?
I am currently on automatic.
Yeah, go push to talk.
Okay. I want to change my push to talk button.
Yeah, your teammates will get pissed off. Trust me.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Party voice. Act. But I've only got party voice, so teammates aren't automatically in the party though, right? Team voice chat already can only be push to talk. So when you say my teammates, you mean you will be annoyed. Party voice chat, yeah, that's fine, man. All good. I'll put it push to talk key party voice chat. I don't really care. If we're in game, right, we kind of want it to be full team voice chat. Although I am on stream though, this could get a bit TOS, so maybe not. Team voice chat. I might turn it on for. I might turn it off for now, and I'll let you all tell me if it's getting a bit. If that was a good decision or not. Edit voice chat key bindings. I do want to change my party, but choose to talk to thumb mouse button to. Yeah, we can still talk in party. I've only turned team voice chat off. Just for now. Can you let me know? Jamie, invite. You'll be here in a sec. And then we'll play. If this supports voice chat, I'm okay with that. Like, I don't mind if we do it through here. But if we find it better to do Discord, then I'm okay with that too. Like I said, I'm pretty casual. So I don't want to drag my teammates down. But if we're playing comp and I'm in wood tier at the bottom fighting for last place, I'm not too concerned that people aren't, hearing my voice. So play unrated or Spike Rush. We're still waiting for Jamie to come. Hurry up, Jamie. Spike Rush is a quickie. Okay, cool. Let's get our Valorant going. How do you join? I sent you an invite, so you should have maybe right click something. I don't know. It should be. I have. There should be a invite something or other. Maybe Zeta has to tell you how to do it. Pop in the Discord. All right, we'll go into let's just go into general. Oh my! How do I get out? How do I get out? Let me out! Oh no! All right, hang on. I have to change my back to the something since it's not letting me. Why can't I get out? Alt tab. I can't alt tab out of the bloody game. What's going on? You know what? You know what it is. My keyboard's stuck up again. Bloody thing. I bought a new keyboard, by the way. This thing. This is my An Pro 2. It's good. Like it's not a bad keyboard. It's not wireless either. I have to unplug it in order to get it to fix up. It's actually not long since I've had it. It just stops working, and it'll stop working for I don't know, like 30 seconds to a minute, and I have to unplug it in order for it to reset itself. So I bought a new keyboard. I do want to get another proper mechanical keyboard. So the keyboard I bought is not going to be the one I hold on to for a while. I might send that one to work after I've done it. So I've just got like a new Razer mechanical keyboard, just a cheap one that I can keep playing and streaming with. And then I want to get a GMK at some point, but they're on pre-order at the moment, so they don't come out until June. So I need something obviously until then. Yeah, it's a shame. Like I actually quite like this. It's a really nice. It's like quite a nice keyboard, and for basically what is an entry level, an An Pro 2, it's nice. But unfortunately, I've had problems since I've got it. It's always having problems with connecting. I've never really been able to use the wireless capabilities for this. Like it has Bluetooth. I actually think there's like Bluetooth interference or something like that. Honestly, no idea. All right, let's see if this works now. All right, here we go. We're back.
Oh,
Yo, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Fantastic. I don't know why I
He's
did
still
that.
trying to find how to join the game.
Wait.
Okay.
Region. Is region a thing?
Oh yeah, region's a thing. Yeah,
Region's a
well,
thing? Okay.
yeah.
So how do I change that?
Oh yeah. Go to you see the bars on top of your name? Oh wait, hold on.
Bars.
Go play. Go play.
Play. Okay. Click.
Don't
play.
actually play.
Roll boomers.
You have it like a green bar, like near on top of your.
Says accept when I click play. Do I accept it? Okay, I'll accept it.
No. The green bars. It should show you got to play in the same region. So hey,
Oh,
Noki
the green bars. Oh, okay, I see him. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Sydney 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's not in the same region.
Yeah. Oh, maybe if he, I don't know if he selects the same thing, maybe he can join. I'm not sure. I've never done this before. I never played with an American.
I can. I think. I don't think I can join you guys' server. Maybe if I go to settings.
I got a Logitech Pro X for my new build. I'm liking it, just missing the numpad. Logitech Pro X.
Yeah, I don't see American servers. I'm only getting Asian countries.
The Razer one I've got has a numpad.
No.
I will admit I kind of miss it a little bit. I do like. I do like. You know, I've liked the low profile of this and not having the numpad. I think what is this like a 75% or 60%? I'm not 100% across on my my law, but
communication interface.
It's it does sometimes get a little bit annoying not having the number.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Available.
Yeah, it's because I'm not
especially
sure.
when I don't have things, basic things available like a delete key, and I've got to stuff around with shortcuts and macros and whatever to get it. So I think once I got this Razer, at least with a profile, I might find that I just prefer that, and I'm gonna get a keyboard that has the numpad at least as well, which I think I'm looking at, because I think I don't know if the GMK. I don't think the GMK has one, but
oh well, that's it. I guess I'll just see you guys.
there's a couple that I want.
I'm not gonna join. Yeah.
You can't join.
Yeah.
Why not?
He's American. We're only getting Asian servers. Yeah. Yeah.
How do we?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I never dealt with this problem as well. I've never dealt with that. Yeah.
Where do you guys find the servers to change?
You see your top right, where the picture frame?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, go to play. I'm watching your stream.
Go to play. Yep. I've done communications.
Just to accept that crap.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you see my request to join or no?
No, I don't see it. Go to your green bars now. Go to your frame. That weird That weird banner thing.
This one?
No. Middle, to the center of the screen.
Yeah, I'm in
Higher,
the center.
higher,
Higher.
Bit higher.
Bit higher.
Bit right. The top, the banner, top right corner of the banner. Top right, no, top right
This
corner.
little thing. Yeah, I found it. I
No,
found
no,
it. I
no,
found
no,
it.
no.
I found it. I found it. I found it.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Party. US.
No, I streamed away. Sorry about that. I streamed away.
Yeah, that's fine. So, okay, so I've got like Sydney, Singapore,
Yeah, there's no America.
Tokyo, Hong Kong, Mumbai. Okay, but is that a setting you can change in the Valorant?
I'm not sure actually how to do that. I've never done that before.
In the Riot settings, maybe?
Google it.
Yeah, Google it. All right, maybe then what we do is let's play the first one without Jamie.
Oh, we'll do a warm up.
Yeah,
we'll do a warm up.
Play the first one without me, and then you just guys. And
I'm gonna beat you. Do a warm up. Go play Spike Rush. Spike Rush. You need a warm up.
All right. Is that it? Do I have to do anything else?
Yeah. I just start. Yeah, it's a quickie.
Just watch the stream.
All right, rock and roll.
Oh, look at you guys together. What the fuck?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I don't like this as well. I don't like that you're not there.
Right,
I don't like that you're not there as well.
How can I Google it? Be like change Valorant servers.
Match found.
No, how to change Valorant regions? How?
Yeah, it kind of sucks that you can't
Yeah.
do that easily. Hey, cool. How are you, man? We saw you playing in the Minecraft voice chat. We saw you drop in.
Yeah, just choose whoever you want to play. Whoever's available to you play.
What does this do? Wolves. Yeah, man. I'm going for wolves.
both shield and sword.
Oh, I have to completely change. Like I have to like log in and completely change my region.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just saw it right now.
Yeah, he's North American servers. I don't like that you can't play with us. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Here's how to.
I mean, I guess
that
it
means
makes
SP might
a
have
little
that
bit of
problem
sense.
as well. That's which is dog.
Even on our one, it was giving us pretty high ping for Singapore.
Yeah. Well, we can only play Sydney, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, it's convenient for you because you basically live in that state.
Yeah, well, I've got, game latency 8 milliseconds.
Oh, what?
Yeah. What's yours?
Wait, where do I check in? Wait, are you checking in the game?
Yeah, I'm in game, so you're able to turn on stats.
Riot ID.
I have no idea what to see.
really?
I'll check when I load in.
Okay. Yeah, you have to turn it on. So in your settings, I think in video settings, you can turn on game stats. So I'll just turn on game latency. Yeah, my server's downstairs. The only thing I have to worry about maybe is the Sydney servers are downstairs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they probably are pretty close. I'm not sure where they are. They're probably in AWS servers or something.
Yeah, 250 megabit
Spike rush.
download.
Sage, if I die out there, you're in charge. Someone has to look out for these knuckleheads.
I'll check I'll check the millisecond thing later.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, yeah.
Is there team damage? Can I? Is team killing?
It depends on the ability. It depends on the ability.
It depends on the ability. But what
Yeah,
if I just
so-
shoot you in the head?
You can't kill us.
All right, that's good.
Enemy spotted.
Survive for me, man.
You're already dead.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not dead. I mean, I just hope you don't die before me.
Oh, okay.
Come to A. You're on B right now, so come to A. And,
Well, we've got a spike on B.
No, the spike's on A, man. The spike's on A.
Oh, I'm at the spike.
No, come to A. Oh, you are. My bad.
Yeah.
I forgot
One
who you
enemy
were.
remaining.
Forgot who you were.
Flawless.
Fish in a barrel.
Oh, not bad, no KT. You
We
got
did it.
A. Oh no, you got no kills.
Let's kill
No, I
that
didn't.
Reyna.
I didn't. Someone
Our
picked
team's
it just
got
before I
soul.
did.
I want to
Oh
keep
wait.
it
Oh,
that
your
way.
weapon. Oh, your abilities. None of them can kill me, man. So yeah, you have a healing class. Yeah, your
Okay.
agent is a healer.
But I had wolves and shit. I wanted to use my wolves.
Wolves? Oh, where did that come
Yeah.
from? Oh,
I don't know. It
That's
just
like
said my ultimate ability had wolves and shit. I don't know.
I can watch. I can show you ability where I can damage you, man.
I don't want to be damaged.
Okay, this is a joke. Kill yourself.
Oh.
Nice shot. First kill.
What is that? Judge.
That's just exclusive to
Same.
this. I died. Save my life. I'll watch you, bro. I'm spectating you.
Enemy
Oh,
down.
nice.
Good. Well, oh no, Lord. Oh Lord.
Reload him. Enemy spotted. Careful now.
30 seconds left.
Ah,
One
okay,
enemy
nice try.
remaining.
not bad.
Spike planted.
You do know how to play. It's good to
Ah,
know
yeah.
your Overwatch skills are transferable.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad.
Satchel
Yeah,
out.
you move faster with an
Satchel
arm.
out.
Last round before the switch.
Did we
I'm
win?
not good at this gun.
We
Yeah,
did
we won
win.
that round. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Do I have to 360 no scope people?
No, you can't do that if you want to, but I'm not that good at that. At this gun, except in CS:GO.
Cutting their vision.
Launching smoke.
Can't change my region.
You can't.
You still can't.
Ultimate is ready.
Just your ultimate can revive dead people.
Yeah. No
So
one's
if I
dead yet.
die, you can revive me. Yeah, no one's dead.
Oh,
Oh, shame you can't revive yourself.
no. That sucks. That was a good shot. I should have known. Oh. We're getting done.
Get out of my way.
Last player standing.
Careful now.
Nah. Alright.
Okay, that's the first half. Yeah.
Can't win them all. 2-1. Good,
Switching
Ruin their
sides.
day.
good round.
Yes, it was an alright round. Still a chance to come back.
Yeah.
Safety's off.
So usually it's a split. So 3A or 2B or 3B and 2A.
Yeah.
Multiple enemies ahead.
Heal me! Heal me!
spotted.
Heal me, bro. Use your E ability to heal me.
For you.
Thank you.
Reloading.
Oh, thank you, Daddy.
Yes. No thanks, Jim.
I died. Yeah, it was all in vain. Sorry.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Far out. The person has a cloning ability.
Flawless.
What will it be this time? Have any
started well.
patterns emerged yet?
Yes, we started well.
Real F.
Okay, hopefully we do better now. This is the gun I'm good at.
Alright. What's the score you need to actually win? Is it 3 or 4?
Oh, four out of...
Stay out of
Yeah,
my
just at least... yeah, max is 4. 4 out of 3, or just 4-0. Yeah, just at least
The
4.
hunt begins.
I see multiple enemies. Like butter, baby. You're out.
One enemy remaining.
Oh. We've done it. That was easy. Didn't even have to do anything.
Yeah, it's okay.
Match point.
Party's over.
No, I hate this
Let's
gun,
show
but
them
it's
out.
quite a popular gun. It's like the, I forgot the gun in CSGO. God damn it, it's been a while.
Yeah. I wouldn't know, man. I have never played CSGO.
Let's go.
Oh, you never? Oh.
Nah.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Get out of my way.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I should have known better.
Embarrassing.
Satchel out.
Spike planted.
Have I changed the game yet? Why isn't why am I not on Valorant?
Oh, what happened? I gotta turn down the game's volume.
Last player standing.
Oh, well.
Sudden death.
Sudden death.
Okay.
Oh no.
Because we're tie. Yeah. So this round wins the whole game. Yes. Let's go in.
Yeah. Come on.
You know what to do.
Oh, there's all of them are over here.
Get out of my way! My ult's ready.
Spike planted.
Are you still alive?
No, I'm dead.
You're dead too.
Just to know,
Last player standing.
you can left click to change who you're watching.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. There's only two of them, so.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Attackers win.
We were nearly on a roll there. I think we lost we squandered a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, it's okay. So, yeah. So you want? So that's the warm up. Do you want to try unrated now? It's best out of 13.
Wow.
Like up to 13. So. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And no special ability like that orb crap you can pick up. It's a bit different. It's also.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
We'll just play one of them, and then we just stop and we'll do something else on your stream. Unless I don't know.
No, I'm liking it so far.
Yes.
Where is SP? SP, you around, man?
I don't even know if SP could do that because he's not.
True.
Oceania. He's not Oceanian.
True. Yeah, true.
But if he is, then I don't mind. Like I just hope. It's sad that you guys can't join.
Yeah, that's not good. Time for a VPN. I think you can change it in your.
I've never done a VPN to do that before.
Yeah, you can change. It sounded like you might be able to change it in your Riot settings, but you have to create a new Riot ID in order to be able to.
Oh. Time to create an Australian account, Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's telling me. Like I was searching it, and they were like, "Oh, you can either A, use a VPN, make a whole new account, or B, ask the people at Valorant to change your region." And I'm like, bruh, like,
make more than one account if you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I have to like send them a ticket and be like, "Hey, can you change my region?" And give them an excuse why I want to change my region.
Oh, Jamie, you can make more than one account with your email, but it'll have to have a different name. Yeah. You can make it more than one account with the same email.
It's so complicated. Like,
it shouldn't be complicated.
Minecraft or Terraria, bro. Like,
yeah.
Is it because it's online and it's like competitive?
I'm not sure. Yeah,
you have to like try and stuff?
Probably because it's competitive. Yeah. Like I mean, I'm looking at Singapore 1. It's 102 milliseconds, which is a lot.
Yeah, I'm 25 milliseconds in Sydney 1.
Yeah. Yeah, which is
what
far
the hell?
more
Your
ideal.
ping is what the hell, man? Your ping.
13 ping. That's
I
what
never had a
happens.
ping like that.
It's when you live there. I have a better ping when I'm on Overwatch. Actually, I actually have a much better ping. I have like a 6 millisecond ping. Not that low. I don't think you can get to 1 without living next door. But yeah, I think it's 6 or something. Don't worry, it used to be terrible. Like when I was living with my parents, I used to remember playing World of Warcraft, living with my parents, and 1,000 millisecond ping was normal. And you'd have to change the way you played games, especially games like World of Warcraft, in order to be able to get around that lag. It's quite funny. Occasionally, I think it's the way that the game pings the players. Occasionally, the lag would work in your favor, because if you were able to get away from someone and you were making moves a second before they realized you'd made them, because of the lag, the round trip time, you might actually be able to get away before they can respond, and they wouldn't be able to do anything about it, which is quite fun. And World of Warcraft, cool, because it was also PvE. It also meant that you could run through an area which was far too high level, but because it was PvE, all of the enemies were standing still and they wouldn't aggro. They wouldn't see you at all. And so you could run through an area to get to another area like a shortcut, but because you had such terrible lag, you'd survive. Whereas someone who had a much better internet probably wouldn't have been able to do it, or not at least without a lot of trouble. Too many microtransactions, but you could buy real items from there, like drugs. Oh yeah, this is Tor. Talking about Tor servers.
Wait, what the hell's the Tor server?
Yeah, Tor's like a. It's like an internet that sits outside of the internet. If in a very very basic way, it's like I don't know. I don't think it's P2P.
Oh, I thought it was a video game.
No, it's the dark web. It's when the boomers refer to the dark web, they're referring to shit like Tor. That you need that specific browser that can unencrypt the traffic coming from the dark web to actually read it. Yeah, it's decentralized. It's like P2P or something, where it's independently hosted websites that have got a particular encryption standard or something that needs the Tor. All right, so I don't think we're waiting for anyone then. I guess we can play.
Start. Yeah.
All right.
I'm just literally practicing.
Also, that healing lady, don't choose her there again. Like, I prefer someone else to be it. It's a stressful agent to play. Because like everyone's telling you, heal me. And then
yeah,
like,
I went with a
Which agent? Which one? The one with the beanie?
Sage.
Match found.
Yeah. The chick, the Chinese woman that heals people.
I saw wolves and I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to shoot out wolves that will go and attack people. It doesn't sound like it's like COD where you get kill streaks and shit. So, who's this? Jet. Info Jules.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
No, I'm just talking to the teammates.
Oh, okay. Updraft, Tailwind. That seems interesting.
I think they're in a squad as well.
Yeah. All right, let's go with the hunter dude.
I will find them.
How do I unlock the other characters?
A lot of grinding. Yeah, you got to play a lot. It's all about EXP. You can unlock it for free, or you can use real money to pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I unlocked mine for free because I'm a cheapskate.
Okay. I probably will do the same. I don't think I have any intent
to
want to
teach him something.
Yeah, not too long term. It's okay if you're not long term. This game's free to play. You didn't lose too much.
Why do I have the spark? Why did I pick up the spark?
Oh, you can press number 4 and then press G to drop it.
Nah, it looks like I have it now.
Oh,
if everyone's run away, I'm not. You want the spark?
Yeah, I don't.
Alright, yeah, hang on. Come back here.
Oh yes. Oh, they're going. I don't know where they're going. Where do you guys want to go?
Placing sentry.
I didn't expect to play with people that wouldn't use microphones. Usually everyone's so communicative.
Right. They're all just gonna follow you then.
No, I'm just gonna follow them.
Reloading. Enemy spotted.
Smoke's down.
Oh, left.
Reloading.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted. Hot shot.
Reloading.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Halo's low.
No more to oppose.
Oh, good job.
Got
JKG.
him.
Good job.
Thank you.
I have survived more than they have ever seen.
How much money have we got? 4,300.
Spend it wisely, man, because like when you need a gun and then you just don't have enough money, then it's because you spent too much because you died with the gun.
Semi-auto guardian.
Come
Do
into
you guys
the
not have
unknown.
microphones? You guys want to talk or nah?
Turret out.
Doesn't sound like they do.
Yeah. No,
But we're all,
I didn't
all going
expect
together.
this. I'm the only one with like that was
Oh, it's
willing
alright,
to communicate.
no loss in.
Yes, no loss on you.
Launching smoke.
Placing swarm grenade.
Molly. Smoke's down.
Placing sentry.
Spike planted.
I don't know when. Yeah, just spread out. We just got to defend the bomb now and let it blow up.
Placing swarm grenade.
Hey, these grenades.
Swarm grenade out.
Oh, you don't have a grenade.
Oh, okay. They're coming
Yeah,
from
just,
the
it depends on the character.
Alley-oop.
Oh, by the way, you got to buy up your ability so you can use it every round. See if you use it in that round. Oh,
damn it. Up top, yeah.
I'm just gonna bait them. Gotta run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away, run away.
Yes, well
Oh,
done.
God damn it, they still killed me.
Still killed ya. Doesn't matter.
Do you want me to explain your abilities? Seeing your Q is a drone. Oh no, your C is a drone. Your C is a drone. Your C is a drone.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a, and your Q's like you shoot arrows that explode and do some damage, like around 50 damage, I think.
Yeah.
And your E is like a recon thing. So you shoot it. If it shoots out a beam, it emits
Out
a
of
beam,
charges.
and if enemies are in its proximity, it scans them, and then you can see them through walls.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, maybe I explained
That's
too much
E.
there. Sorry.
No, that's
Yeah,
alright.
that's the E.
Get him.
No, he ran away, coward.
He killed two of us as well. That sucks.
No, I got
Last
blanked.
player
I got
standing.
blanked.
Slimmy. One enemy remaining.
Oh, that was nearly a full carry. Good job.
Their sage is a
There's the carry.
coward hiding behind walls. Grow a spine already.
Alright. Okay, so you have to buy your abilities. Okay, I'm gonna buy that.
Oh, by the way, shift chat is to all chat, all talk. So you can talk to the enemy team. So you're basically team chatting by pressing enter. You're gonna press shift and enter at the same time.
Oh, okay.
To all chat.
Eyes up.
Turret out.
Yeah, like so that's all chat.
Take flight.
So maybe if you want to do some trash talking or something.
I'm using my drone.
I think they shot it. Or you can't, or maybe you cancelled it. Yeah, you can cancel
No,
it.
I used it. They didn't shoot it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch. Okay, you can watch the flank. I'll trust you to watch the flank.
Alright, I'll tell you if there's anyone coming.
Oh no, you just killed them. And if you die, we know they're coming.
Okay. Okay. I'm still gonna tell you.
Oh yeah, that's
Got him.
telling you.
Got him. Got him. Got him.
Good job, man. You're so pro.
There's someone else there though. There he is. Ah, no, they got me. They're coming.
Okay.
Coming behind.
One enemy remaining.
Run away, guys.
Yes.
Yes, we did it.
There is some sort of law. I'm sure there is law.
Yeah. I don't know too much about the law. I just play it and I trash talk a bit.
It's like the Overwatch law. It's just let's just make the game and then work out the law later.
Yeah. It feels like that with Overwatch too. Like I was like, oh, I thought
Yeah.
this was gonna be like a serious thing, but no, there wasn't that much.
Yeah. Going well at the moment.
Launching smoke.
initiated.
Can you duck?
Yeah, control.
Ah, yeah, cool.
That also is a form of sneaking as well.
Yeah. I was gonna say I wouldn't mind having click on toggle. One player detained? What does that mean? Someone behind.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Oh man, that's
How
so
many did
bad.
you see?
Just one.
Last player standing.
Oh, damn it.
Open up the sky!
No, too late. Too late.
Lead us to victory, Brimstone.
That was my
Yeah,
real
so
boomer.
close. It's okay. It's okay. If we're
alright.
gonna lose, I don't care if we lose.
That's alright, man. I'll choose a different gun. Can you buy grenades? No, you can't.
No, it just depends on the character. But yeah, there's no grenades unless your
okay,
character
I
has
see.
it.
Yeah, I get you.
Killjoy, I'm counting on that.
I wish
noggin.
everyone could have grenades, but not.
Yeah.
Let's go! Smoke's down.
Oh my goodness.
Where is everyone?
Oh, that's terrible.
Who trained you?
Alright, you have to carry me.
I don't know if I can carry.
F
The enemy team's pretty good.
It's funny. Like I feel like they're good, but I feel like when I watch
guys?
other people play,
Last player
they're probably
standing.
pretty bad, and I feel like I should be able to kill them. Oh, here we go. Back to.
They're usually distracted once I reveal them.
By the way, your
Make
character's
sure
called
to take
Sova.
advantage.
Mine's called Brimstone.
Yeah, I saw that when we did it.
Yep.
Alright, whatever. I'll take this fight.
Breakthrough!
Alright, this is a YOLO moment.
Oh, well, they're going A, so come in. Oh, you're right here. Sorry, I keep confusing who the hell you are.
Smoke's down.
Remind me again how to put it down. Gotta press 4.
Turret out.
Bye, Jamie.
See Jamie.
Placing swarm grenade.
Launching smoke.
Where the hell can I spread out if you're here? I'll go somewhere else then if you're gonna be there.
Well, we might be okay with this one at the moment. Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
I'm good.
Yes.
I'll let
we've
you
got
know
all
if
the
they've
good
killed me.
spots.
Down and out.
One enemy
Heaven,
remaining.
heaven. Oh, good job, guys.
Beautiful.
They demand a fight. Who are we to disobey?
Oh, it's out of 13, right?
Yeah, out of 13.
Yeah.
For competitive, it's a bit more different. So if you're at 12-12, you have to be better than you have to win 2 extra rounds.
Ah, okay. Volleyball
So
style.
in competitive, it's a 2 extra rounds. Yeah. I'm glad you didn't die.
Thank you.
We
get them.
will reveal their secrets. I see someone.
What's a duelist, guys?
Oh.
Wow, you got both those kills. I wanted them.
One enemy remaining.
Who got the kills? I didn't get the kills.
No, the breach. The other old man on the team.
Ah, okay.
Hey guys, I'm trying to impress a girl here. You guys mind letting me get kills?
I saw this person. I'm just gonna go chase if it's 1v5.
Flawless.
Alright, oh, we won. Easy.
I can't see them yet, but I can feel them getting ready.
God, I'm glad we're not losing the game. What a bad first attempt.
Oh no, even if we were losing, I'm quite enjoying it. It's actually not bad. I don't mind it. I've never really had experience with CS:GO before, just because I wasn't a PC player. So you know, this being my first experience with these kinds of shooters, it's good. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I can see how it could get really frustrating really quick, but I guess as long as you're not so bad.
Do you buy armor every round, by the way? I
Nah.
just forgot to buy.
I
you should
don't.
buy some armor.
I've never heard of it.
Extends your life.
Okay.
See ya.
Alright, it's two right.
Thank you.
I'm dead.
It's okay. Oh, damn it. Wow. They had better reaction time.
Placing sentry. Placing swarm.
Spike planted.
Swarm grenade out.
One enemy remaining.
Right there. We got it. We got it. Ground.
Recalling my bot.
Hey, Nuki, there's a chance the opposing team might surrender. We're doing pretty well.
Oh, cool. All right.
So
Hopefully they do.
if they surrender, yeah, it's a quick game.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
You know, I once played a match that was like 13-1. I was so annoyed that they didn't surrender.
Nah, that's alright. If you're dominating, it's okay. I know I played Rocket League where sometimes that happens,
them
where
off.
you could be up, 10 to 2 and they don't bother. But if you're smashing them, it's still good fun.
Yeah.
Alright, there's no one looking behind, so
Flash out. Launching smoke. Smoke's down.
Initiated.
Plan.
Turret out.
Alright, it's down.
My C, by the way, gives you increased fire rate.
What is C?
My C gives you increased fire rate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my
Connor. Get out of my
Revealing
way.
area.
One enemy remaining.
Out of charges.
Run away, guys. Run away. We already got it.
You have to run away. Does it kill you? The spark?
Yeah, that thing kills you, man. It does kill you, man. Run away. You want to protect your weapon.
Oh, wow.
Like, because you don't want to buy it again later.
It really killed me. I didn't realize it's
Don't forget about your economy. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, the economy's pretty serious in the game.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I have a bit of money.
Yeah. By the way, I can shout you if you want me to, if you're poor.
No, it's alright. I had about 9,000, so.
No, you have 6,100.
Well, I do now just because I bought another gun.
Oh, you bought? Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Oh, yeah.
I had to replace my gun, so.
You're a rich boy. It's okay. You invested in them stonks. So
That's right. That's right. It's called life stonks. Not dying.
Yeah.
Let's go! Smoke's down.
Here.
Reloading. Launching smoke.
There's no one behind. No one looking
One
behind.
enemy remaining.
Alright, all good. Oh, I didn't realize you keep your weapons if you survive. I guess that explains why I'm
Last
keeping my
round in
weapons
the
after
half.
rounds.
If you saved,
Yeah,
spend it.
you keep it. Yeah, you keep it.
Yeah. It's good.
You want to be more adventurous? Try out another gun, man.
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's okay.
No. While we're this far in front, there's no need to change the formula.
Yeah, you're already doing so well.
That's
I'll
right.
find them.
Fuck it. I mean, the guns don't change between rounds, right? So, like, if you get good at one gun, I'm sure that is
Oh, it's
probably
gonna change
okay.
soon. And we're gonna be defending soon. So yeah, this is
But-
the last round of attacking.
But
for
do we
us.
keep the same types of guns? Like, we don't keep them, but we still have those guns available, right?
Yeah, we still have them available to buy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Molly!
Oh, there's someone back here. It looks like there's someone back here. Still.
I'll let you boys take care of that spot.
There's two.
Oh,
I
nice
got
try.
killed. One there, though. Has taken damage.
One enemy remaining.
Good.
Oh, damn it.
It's been worse.
I've only got 3 kills,
Switching
7 deaths.
sides.
You all have like 14 kills.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh no.
No,
I'm terrible.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just first time. It's
sorry.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's alright.
It's your first time. So now we're defending. So yeah, it's usually 2A, 2C, and 1B. Come, stay with me. Stay with me.
Where am I? Where am I going? Yeah.
Yeah, go to the other spot. Go to the other spot. That's not the long spot. Yeah,
This
that
one.
That's yeah. Keep going forward. Yeah. So yeah, you're guarding that spot. I'll guard the short spot.
Oh no, that one's good.
Track them down.
Oh, it's a terrible gun.
Don't. It's your choice to push or let them push. I'll yeah.
What's that? What is the orb?
It's our BSC man. BSC.
Where are they?
I think it's C. I think it's C. Yeah, I don't hear anything. Yeah, it's a C push. They're pushing C.
Okay.
One enemy remaining.
Not so tough after all. Reloading!
Now we teabag. Yeah, so yeah, my trashiest toxic thing I do is I teabag my enemies.
Teabagging. Alright, I'm gonna go back around at A. Does anyone ever do a middle push?
Yeah, they do. We did that. We did that a couple times before.
Oh, did we? Oh, that
Yeah, we did that. Yeah, we did that a couple times before.
Smoke's down.
Turret out.
They might be coming A. I can see some smoke.
Too late.
Oh, there's a drone.
Might be A, like you said. Yeah, you're right.
A.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Right there. It doesn't seem like it's an A.
That's a B. Yeah.
Yeah, B.
One enemy remaining.
Damn it! I was so arrogant there. Oh, good job, Noki T.
Yes, got him. Boomer. He's able to kill. Alright.
I guess I should stop talking to them, like voice chatting to them, because yeah, they're not talking. It's all good.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We seem to be playing fine anyway.
Yeah, we're about to win 2 more rounds, and then we win the whole game. What a quick match! What a good first attempt. I was open-minded to losing.
This is fun.
It's all right.
Launching smoke.
Sounds like B or C, guys. It'd be A.
Yeah, they're not coming. They're not coming to A.
Oh, shift walk, shift walk. They can hear your footsteps there. They know we're here. If they're on the other side.
Eagle-eyed.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Take what's useful.
You can steal their
See
guns.
the spike.
Cool.
Yeah, you can still
Match
take guns.
point.
Once we win, just dump all your tech in my lab. I'll fix it up.
I'm gonna need to get Minecraft at some point, so I can play Minecraft.
Java edition.
Yeah,
Java edition.
get the one that you guys have. Yeah.
Deep.
You could get one from GTA.
Oh yeah.
Chance you could sell it maybe cheap.
Launching smoke.
Yeah, just rush it.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, GG, we're about to win.
This is over.
Yeah, GG. We're too good. Can't believe they didn't surrender. Oh, I'm so bad.
You died? But it's 2v1.
Tag 80. No, don't worry, they have less health now. They should have like...
It's over.
Defenders
Good
win.
game. Good game.
Direct and hunted.
Oh, hang on. How do I change to... Oh, whatever. I said TGG. Doesn't matter.
Shift enter. Press shift enter. Oh, yeah, you told them GG. Who cares? We don't need to trash talk the enemy team.
It's alright.
No.
Good. That was fun.
It was alright.
By alright, you mean that there are better games?
Oh, no. I mean, no. I just wanted to struggle a bit more.
Oh, did you?
No, I didn't really struggle. It was a quick and easy game.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Let's get back to your stream.
13-3. What
Yes.
time is it? 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I will screenshot that score. And
Okay.
yeah. You were better than the worst player on their team, just let you know.
Oh, good. That's good. I'm okay with that. All right, cool. Let's go and get back to... What are we going to do at 11 o'clock? Let's watch a video.
Yeah. So yeah, just go to your top right, exit to desktop.
Yeah, just working out whether I want to sign out or not. Cool.
Oh,
All right, give
just exit.
me 1 second. I'll leave the voice chat.
Yes, I will leave the voice chat as well.
Cool. See you, man. I can see you're playing Minecraft. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get Minecraft and come in and play. It's a game that I've been meaning to try. I've tried to play it on my own, but I just hadn't been able to get out of it. I just had blocks and I was just creating stairs, basically. I created a stair to heaven and I was just running up the stairs. All right, I want to watch another video. No, you know what I want to do first? Let's check out G&E price because we're in free market. Still flat at $90. Curious as to how this goes over the next. Yeah, it fell a little bit. I'm kind of surprised it didn't get pumped. Let's go back to just chatting. Yeah, I'm surprised of how sort of much it faltered over the last day or so. Mostly because I'm at the moment caught holding the bag because I bought my shares at 290, so I'm a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately, SP, you're a bit late for Valorant. We worked out that we might have trouble doing any kind of inter-region play anyway because we weren't able to work out how to get Jamie, who lives in the US, onto servers playing in Sydney. So we because we were in Oceania, we weren't able to work out how to get us playing together. So unfortunately, we might have a bit of trouble in the future if we ever play Valorant getting us into games. So that's good to know that that's a problem because if I do intend to play games that I want to play with you all, I'd prefer to obviously play ones that I can do that for. So, like I can see that normally, we have plenty of good times like Jackbox and stuff like that. So I think Jackbox is a game that I think we'll play on Friday. So next stream in a couple of days we'll play on Friday. We're not quite done. Jackpot. I haven't got it ready yet, so I don't think I can get it ready right now because I've just got it, but I haven't really set any of it up yet. So it'll take me a little bit of time to set up. So we'll do Jackbox on Friday. Good opportunity for me to get my alcohol on and have our Friday drunk Jackbox stream, which will be good fun. What I want to do now. What do I want to do now? I do want to have a quick look at some crypto trading view because I did something terrible yesterday and I bought Dogecoin. I caught up in the hype and I bought Dogecoin. And so I now own, and when I say I own some, I own a tiny little bit, like a tiny just because I wanted to see where it goes. But after he's convinced me yesterday to buy more Bitcoin, I have been watching it a bit closer. So let's change this. Let's just do a few minutes of crypto. So let me change games to crypto. GameStop, not that one. Oh, what happened to my dark mode? This is ridiculous. This is hurting my eyes. FUSD from Kraken. Where's the here we go. Wow. Much better. Holy crap. Okie doke. So mini crash. That's alright. 3% down. Yeah, so that comes off the back of like a pretty good run. How is this run? 2%. And it's been running for a couple of days. Like that's a good run. Up 20% in the space of like 2-3 days. Yeah, I think trading mode's had a little bit of trouble. Everyone's using it now because everyone's getting into shares. I don't know if you've seen like Wall Street Bets, how many subscribers they have now. They've gone from like 1 million just a month ago to 8 million yesterday or something. It's crazy. So now everyone's getting on board with shares and whatever, which includes things like this, like these supporting items like TradingView. So TradingView's even been having some problems and stuffing up every now and again. So not too bad though, given the if the worst thing that can happen is you go from dark mode to light mode, I'd say it's not a big deal. But ETH running 20% in just over 2 days. Well, it was bound to correct back down a little bit eventually, so not much of a surprise there. But well, not even corrected that much. Like we've just had this little 3% correction just in the last 5 hours, but not really anything to worry about, to be honest. Let's have a look at BTC. I don't want futures. I want BTC USD. Not it. Well, it'll be about the same anyway. Not too worried. What is this? Where's the volume? What is going on? Such wide variations. Is this what all Bitcoin charts look like? BTC USD. No, it doesn't. Of course, it doesn't. It's just a shitty volume website. Yeah. Again, like you zoom out just a little bit. Actually, it looks like ETH has even run against. Stop. ETH has run a bit against Bitcoin. Yeah, because Bitcoin's only up about 6%. So do we have a FBTC chart? We do. Yeah. So ETH's actually had a good run. It's had a great run against Bitcoin. Up at 6%, 7% against Bitcoin, which is really pretty good. Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, that's good time to be in. Have a look at Doge. Doge to BTC. Oh, this has got very strange. Yeah, Weed candles. All right. Yeah, up 6% TC, but I don't know. I don't know if this is, you people are buying Dogecoin and thinking it's a good value, but it's so Chodo. All I'm essentially looking here is just a live price chart. The way it's described here is just in candles, which candles probably the best way to show you is just a picture of stock candles, because it explains to you what each part of the candle refers to. So you have the, like, in that time frame. So when we're looking at this time frame is 1 minute. So every candle represents a 1 minute. Yeah. So regardless of whether you're looking at crypto or stocks on here, they pretty much look the same. Like, it's still the same financial charts that you're looking at. You're still looking at candles that represent a time period, and what each of these little bits mean. So your green candle has the little stalks. So you can. This is a really bad example. Let me go to a share that actually has visible candles. So I'll show you. So you can see zoomed in here, right? A good example is, say, a lot of these candles don't have really much of a close price, but just this example here, where you've got like a little candle refers to the high price in that minute. This top of this green candle is the price that it opened at, and then you can have a low in that minute, and then as the minute ends, the bottom of the candle is the price that it closed at, and then it opens up the next minute. It can be at a different price. So, like, you might think, oh, well, if it closed at that minute, then it needs to open at the next one. Not necessarily, because it all is based on order book flow. So the next order could be up here in that minute. So where you get this kind of thing, this is where you've got like in that minute a sell down, and then a bit of a buy up before you get to the end of that minute, and then it stops there and so moves to the next one. So, and that's true for any time frames. You look at month candles, a little bit more defined. Same thing. You open the month at the top of the candle, and then you get the change throughout the month, including where you get the lows of that month, and then at the end of the month it closes at the bottom of the bar. So a green bar means it's gone up for that month, and then a red bar obviously means it's gone down. So that's the long and short around how you read this. The basic thing is that stonks go up or down, right? Yeah, exactly. You can see when you're looking at shares where you might be buying the dip here. If I can go back a bit. Buying down and say, oh, AMC is a buy, and people look at technicals around candles and they see, like, you can actually see how to like read candles, and for what it's worth, I don't bother with any of this sort of thing. Like, I don't look at candles like an indicator necessarily. It's just good to visualize the price action in that period of time, about what's happening. So it's good to see when price is really dropped in that minute, and recovered a little bit in that minute. But if you're on a trading floor, so yeah, like in those movies, if you're on a trading floor and you're sitting there on a minute by minute basis trying to scalp your AMC, you're pretty happy if you've picked it up here and you've watched it go up and up and up and up and up until it gets to there. And you can imagine in the minute, this bar is being created in live time, so you can see it going up and down as that minute goes on. You might get to there and go, oh shit, it's dumped, and so you exit your position. You've been in this position for 45 minutes in AMC, and you're done. Like, you get to this point, you go, I've done my scalp. I just made 46% of my speculation, I guess, not really investment, speculation in the space of 45 minutes, I'm happy. And to be honest, if you're an investor on Wall Street and you just made 45% in 45 minutes, you're pretty happy. You wouldn't be doing too much complaining. Like similarly, if you look at we might be able to see, because BTC trades live, BTC USD by Coinbase, we should be able to see these candles being created. So see how this candle is being created live, and it gets updated basically every second. And you can see where the candle's being pushed up because the current price that it's being sold at is going up and up and up. And what might happen is if it comes down, so it did just come down a tiny bit at the end of the minute, and you end up with that little candle spike at the top, and then it opened it just opened because the volume is high. It then opened where this red candle starts at the same price that it closed at. And so now it's getting pushed back down, right? So there's a little bit of a sell-off. Someone's happy that they've just made, whatever, 0.2%, or that maybe these people are coming off a bit of a run where they've just made 1.3% scalping BTC for a couple of minutes, and then their day trade come back down. So Electronics needs to make a Steam game for this so I can understand. Yeah, there are plenty of share games. Like you can play plenty of different kinds of trading games and stuff like that. Ones that do paper trading that help you learn. They're like actual stock market simulators that you can use real data to trade on the share market and just to see what it does. Like, and that's very common to test strategies. Very common to test algorithms and bots that trade for you. So you might think robot or bot and algorithm trading and think billion-dollar funds that or banks or financial institutions that do this themselves. But in reality, you can technically do it yourself. For example, Binance has an API, and you can connect into that and create an API trading algorithm. And Bitcoin's actually a great one that people like to use because it's 24-hour trading cycle, so they don't even have to worry about starting at market close or trying to trade US shares from Australia when the market doesn't open until 1:30 a.m. And you could just run it all day and all night and test your strategies and see whether you make money on it. So they're one of the ways that they test those algorithms is by back testing a lot of this data. So they'll actually take the data from the last 10 years and then just sequence it and test whether their strategy would have worked given that strategy. And then when you've done that, then you can apply real money and actually see it work for itself. So yeah, so there you go. Yeah, Bitcoin's had a bit of a run. Yeah, smart. Like saves your money, right? You might put all that work into creating your algorithm and turn around and start it in your paper trade and find that it's not even making trades winning 50% of the time. And if it doesn't win 50% of the time or doesn't make money 50% of the time, then it's obviously not a very good strategy and you should dump it. Obviously, the more your strategies obviously want to be ones that you make you're making money off. So they do. People do find ways. Like they're programmers and stuff, right? Like they have a little bit of they have a passion in markets and they have a passion. They know programming, and they know how to create algorithms and whatever to exploit market mechanisms. Like this one I've got here. This is not this one down here, which is a squeeze momentum indicator. If I move myself up here, this is an indicator that someone else created. That, and to be honest, I don't even quite understand how it works, but I actually traded with this a couple of times and I found that to work well. And I would love to work out a way to create an algorithm that takes advantage of this. But it's called a squeeze momentum indicator, and it essentially is testing how there's some kind of like upward momentum, like a squeeze on selling and squeeze on buying, perhaps related to the order book, wherever the order book is. I'm not really certain where the sellers and buyers maybe that's a paid section for TradingView, but the idea being that you could say this is the downward momentum, and then here where the color changes from red to sort of whatever that color is, darker red, that's then an indicator that there's an upward momentum. And you can see here you can see that there's like an upward momentum. And like if you've bought, so you probably wouldn't have bought here because this doesn't end until the minute ends, so you don't know if that's a dark color until the minute ends. But then if you then bought here and traded all the way until the end of the squeeze momentum, then you've made 1%. Simple as that, right? Similar here, like if you went short on BTC as the momentum turned the other direction, so you wouldn't know that green candle was dark green until the candle ended that minute. So you would go on the one after that perhaps. So you buy here and then trade all the way down. And you'd probably, if you were doing this right, you'd stop at that candle because there was a downward momentum that came back up. So you'd probably stop there. So you want to stop maybe here, and you'd probably sell at the top of that candle. And if you're short, you go negative 0.62%, and you've made money because you've either bought a put contract on whatever share it is, or you went short, sold the shares before you've had to rebuy them, and you've made a bit of money. F is up, and we were just looking at it before. F is up against BTC as well, which means it is really on a run. Let's have a look again. So it's actually had a bit of a downward turn in the last couple of hours, but yeah, against Bitcoin, it's actually had a great run in the last day. Yeah, up 3% against Bitcoin from here. Yeah, nearly 7% against Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm making money too. To be honest, I have a position in Ethereum, not as high as my position in Bitcoin, but I like making money, Nikhil. I like making money. I like seeing the numbers in the green. I like seeing them go up. When they go up, I'm happy. When they're down, I get sad. Well, not so sad, but because I have the belief that it's gonna get better, right? So I was saying before, I bought Dogecoin. I bought a little bit. I bought into the hype. I've been falling for hype traps lately. It's actually something interesting that I've seen a lot of. I've seen people on Reddit now starting to build websites that track how hyped up assets are, so that you'll see, mentions of GME or AMC, and as a result, can give you an indicator about what people are buying, because at the moment hype is massive, and it's been a massive indicator as to how what potentially could be making money if you bought in and got in early. And I was thinking like that needs like its own. It needs its own like Greek symbols, because I don't know if any of you are familiar with Greeks, but Greeks are indicators about how particular assets are working. So I can't really explain them all off the top of my head, but if you look at financial Greeks and go to like the Investopedia page on financial on Greeks, they tell you what each of these mean, and people trade quite specifically on these. Like they're very important especially when you're looking at options. I was looking at these going, you need one for hype. Like you need a set of Greeks that talk about how much hype is being changed in a share. So if you've got like a GME being talked about at X number of posts, you could call that one Greek. And then you could have another derivative of that Greek, which talks about the rate of change in hype. So if hype is accelerating, so if GME is gaining even more traction and that hype is accelerating, you could trade on that rate. So that would allow you to catch shares that are building hype, which are still quite low. And then you could even go another derivative above that, and you could get the rate of change of the rate of change. So you could see then even a greater amount of acceleration and a greater amount of change in hype. So you could see that that acceleration starting to increase at a normal rate. Do you know that dollar sign was like a Twitter? Twitter is like it is very much like a Twitter hashtag. Yeah, they talk about it. Anytime you'll see an indicator of a stock, you'll often see it being put with a dollar sign. Um, if you go, if you just put in like, I don't know if Google likes it though. If you put in dollar GME, yeah, you get the GME, but then they know that it's GME. Like that, you can sometimes put indicators in there, but if I put ASX, will it give me the stock price? No, it doesn't. It gives me the website. ASX is actually a share, so you can actually buy. You can actually buy the ASX company. I didn't know the dollar sign was yeah like tech. I'm tired. Yeah, me too, man. I'm getting to that point where we'll definitely be calling it at midnight. I'm not going to be streaming until market opens. I do very much have work in the morning, so I'm not really interested in staying up until 1:30. Although I did have that in mind when I started streaming. I thought I might have been able to um, keep going until 1:30, but I do have someone sleeping behind me, so I don't really want to stay up too late and be annoying people's sleep. I've been writing some Python to trade for me Binance API. Man, I would love to do that. Like I know very little about programming and how to do any of that sort of thing. I would love to be able to write something that can trade on a strategy that I choose if I can put it in. Yeah, yeah. No, unironically, happy to. I was even thinking it can be like a little stream project that we have at the moment to create something that is able to trade BTC. Because I was just talking about this momentum indicator and how I had been using it previously to make trades on shares, especially at the lows of the crash last year, and as it was starting to recover, is when I got into a little bit of day trading, or in this case, night trading for shares. And when I was doing it consistently, and I wasn't YOLOing, and I wasn't being stupid, it was actually working. I found that I was winning trades more often than I was losing, but then I'd go and make a shit YOLO on a put. Or I'd make a put or something on an index, and it would go downhill or something like that. So it's I think there is potentially an opportunity there. You just got to work out how to exploit it. But happy to even create a thing in the Discord, and we can brainstorm how we can potentially create something like that. My first thought just to fuck around was to make it trade at super high frequency, selling and buying within the first, and that is a legitimate trading style. So scalping is what I was doing. That was literally what I was doing. Day trade scalping. So what you would do, literally as you said, you would find this momentum indicator. So picking a good one, going back like a little bit historically, you could take a position, say, as the momentum started to build up. And actually, this is a great one because you can see here that the momentum downwards was actually tiny. So it sort of indicated that you were going to get a massive ramp up. So if you then bought here and held it through to there, and I need to do that here. So if I bought that here and held through all the way up to the top and then say sold here, you'd make 1.3% in 28 minutes, and then you'd be out. And borderline, you could be even quicker than that. So if you went short on FBTC, you could buy here and then hold it down to the momentum drops. You'd probably go to there, and you'd probably sell somewhere in the middle. And then if you went short, you'd make money. I was thinking at even more high frequency than that, like within a minute. That again, like that's fine. The problem is you still need the same kind of indicators, right? Because if you purchased here at the start of the minute, there's no guarantees that this would stay green. So like there are plenty of times when a candle starts green but then halfway through the minute, it flips down and turns into red. And actually, because this is live trading, you might even be able to see this happening in real time. Like if this momentum changes and swings back the other way, especially as we change momentum, you can see these candles sometimes go from red back to green and back up the other way. So unless you had some kind of indicator, see it just turned green then. It's going back up the other way. So unless you had some kind of indicator at on a 1 second interval, perhaps, that was showing you where this momentum was being squeezed, trading that high frequency may not necessarily reap you benefit. The other thing to consider too is that if you're doing it using the Binance API, depending on how much money you're trading with, it might cost you a crap ton in fees to trade on. I know that if you look at the BTC trading fees, I think if we go here, so the Binance trading fees, the fee schedule, if you go into standard trading, so you'd probably be in this space here. I don't think we would be above 50 Bitcoin trading volume, although this is a volume that's a cumulative 30-day trading volume. So after the first month, you may be here, especially if you're doing micro trading with like a tenth of a Bitcoin or a 1% of the Bitcoin. I was only doing it by hand the other day, only making around 20 cents per transaction. But still, probably, yeah, fair enough. I mean, if it works, it works. Like, don't get me wrong, but I guess the challenge is that unless you were making above the fee, which is what 0.09%. So if you're trading with $1,000 and only making $1, that's still more actually. 0.1, but not much more. 0.1% would be $1, right? So you'd be losing 90% of your profits to fees. I guess if you do it super high frequency, you might not care that much. And again, after a while, after 30 days, if your 30-day trade volume is having super micro frequency trading, getting up, you would get up to probably these two. So you would get a reduced fee. Keeping in mind that there's a difference between maker and taker. This is the ones that these are the ones that don't enter the volume, so don't actually create market volume, and these are the ones that do create market volumes. There's no guarantees. All that high frequency trading. So the indicator I was looking for was not up or down, but a flat spot trading. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, trade. Yeah, I mean, if it's working, it's working. I'd love to see how you're able to integrate the API into your trading style. It'd be something I'd love to get into myself. I actually unironically considering it at the moment because I like very briefly dabbled in it a couple of years ago, but I got lost. I got lost at the start. I don't have any coding experience, but yeah, happy to do it. Let's create a channel in the Discord if you want. We can start crowdsourcing some ideas about how to get this thing going. Yeah, very much happy to. Yeah, SP, don't worry about it, man. It's this is something that I've been doing at the end of streams because we have a few people here that are into stocks and cryptocurrency. So I thought we'll have a little bit of a look and talk about what's been happening on the market. So it's just something a little bit extra for people to look into. But if you want to stick around and learn a little bit, happy for you to stick around and just see what we're doing. We're not really getting too much in depth. We're basically just sitting here and talking shit while we watch EQ lose money. So it's not really something you're going to learn a ton about, but we all dabble in it a little bit. So I figure it's a good opportunity to just see what's been happening on the market. So yeah, it's been pretty good. Yeah, more than happy to like I said, explore this a little bit further. Could be the start of something big, although not to get ahead of ourselves, right? All right, so do we keep doing crypto? I'm not really sure there's much more to talk about cryptocurrency wise or stocks wise at the moment, although I would like to watch a video because I found out today a little bit more about the short interest on GMC, and someone finally explained to me how the more than 100% float on GME works. Yeah, the short interest, and it made sense. Like it finally made complete sense. Actually, I might even be able to explain it. I might even be able to very briefly explain it. If I open up a notepad, I can even explain it. I don't even think I need to get a video for this. So let's say person A. So person A shorts GME. So they borrow. So just a reminder, to short means you sell it without owning it. So you might sell it to back to the market or to whoever, but you don't actually own it yet. So the intent is that you sell the share first and then wait for the share price to go down, and then you purchase it back. Of course, in order to sell a share, you have to borrow it, and when you borrow it, you then need to pay a premium to the person you borrowed it from. So that's sort of created this whole thing with GME where there's been a massive increase in short interest for GME, meaning that someone or multiple entities have borrowed tons of shares, like more than 100% of the current available float, to actually short, and then they've sold it, and then the people that they've borrowed it from, they have to pay premiums to, as long as that share is outstanding as a shorted share. So that's why a squeeze can occur, because if you realize that has happened, you can then drive the price up, which means that they're not going to want to exit their short and cover their positions, because then they would have to purchase the shares back on the open market. And in the meantime, they're losing money to premiums. So the way that you end up with short interest above 100%, and let me change. We're now talking stocks and bonds. So the way this works for short interest is that person A borrows. Let's just say it's one. So one GME share from person B, okay, and then sells it on the open market. Well, we not say open market. We say we sell it to person C. Okay. So that's the first scenario. Is that, let's say, so person A goes to person B and they say, I want a short share. I think it's going to go down. I'm going to pay you to take your one GME share from you, and then I'm going to sell it to person C, thereby making the initial profit off the sale. But at then some point in the future, I need to go and then repurchase that back. So now that one GME share is owned by person C. So person C now owns that. They have that share. So like they need to that share needs to go somewhere. So this means that we have a short interest of 100% if the float is 100%. Right? So that means that short interest is 100%. Right? So this is assuming there is only one share. Okay, it doesn't really work, but it's a very basic explanation of shorting, right? So then what happens is this person C goes, well, you're shorting this share? Well, I want to short the share. So then person C, person D sees it, goes, hey, you're shorting the share? I want to short the share. So person D comes and says, I want to borrow that share that person A sold to person C. I want to borrow it and sell it now. So person D borrows one GME share, which, reminder, it's the same share from person C, and sells it to person E. So now you've got two people in short positions. You've got person A, who has borrowed the share of person B and sold it to person C. So they are now short one share. And now you've got person D who is short because they borrowed the share of person C and then sold it to person E. So now, because we're still only talking about one share, but 2 people have it short interest is 200%. Simple as that. Assuming there is only one share. So now take that scenario and apply it to like the broad market of how many shares there are for GME, and you now understand why GME has a short interest of above 100%. So when people are saying, oh, they were making shares up in order to sell it, not that's not necessarily quite true. Like you take 3 actors who short it around the market. It's easy for them to have legitimate short positions, but the overall short interest to be above 100%. It's very rare. Like we already know it's very rare. We haven't seen a short interest in a company that's above 100% for a very long time. But this is a very simple explanation as to how you get a short interest above 100% with fewer shares than there are available. And obviously then why that becomes a problem is that if that price of one share goes up, so it goes up, you now have 2 people in the market that have shorts that are affected by it. Just that one GME share going up in price, person D and person A. So you now have two shorters who are paying premium. So short person D is paying money on a daily basis to person C in order to have that share borrowed. And person A owes money to person B, who they borrowed that share from. So if that GME share goes up, well, person A and person D are going to be like, well, I'm not going to rebuy my shares, because remember they have to buy that share back. And one of the challenges we have with being able to cover the shorts is that how can person A buy the one GME share if person D has it and has sold to person E? So how can person A get that share back from person E? And this has been a legitimate problem in GME that we've seen in the last few days, where there have been genuine concerns about how to cover the shorted shares, because there is more than 100% shorted, where there are shares that have been shorted 2 or 3 times, which therefore the person at the end has the final share, but the people earlier down the chain can't really get out because the other people haven't closed their shorts. So if person A wants to close their one GME short, there's not a lot that they can do except potentially settle with cash, just give money back for the value of the GME share and wipe that share off the short. And then the only short that's left, you would reduce. Then that short interest would reduce by 100%. But the last is still outstanding. Am I out for GME? Not yet. I decided to stick around and just see what happens. I didn't end up making much money because it was all intraday stuff. So I was asleep while it was happening. Like I'd wake up one morning and it would be at 90, but overnight it got out to like 400 or something. So yeah, I agree with EQ. I personally think that the squeeze, if it is going to occur, hasn't occurred yet. So I do think that we will get something occurring this week or next week if it's going to happen. I'm not sure GameSpot will say anything, to be honest. I have a sneaking suspicion that they're probably being told to shut the hell up because anything they say will change what happens to their own market price, and they're probably being told by their lawyers to not say anything because it's better to have plausible deniability and just say, well, we're not worried. Like it has nothing to do with us. You're sorting it out yourselves. So, so have at it, and we'll just reap the benefits at the end. So, does this make sense? Does this explain how the short interest has gotten above 100%? When I heard this explanation, finally made a lot of sense to me, because I couldn't understand it originally why you could get over 100%, but now that I've had it explained, and now I'm able to explain it to someone else. It makes complete sense how you can end up with a short position over 100%. It seems ridiculous that this is allowed, because while here we're talking about 1%, as far as I'm aware, there's nothing to stop it, person F, from coming along, borrowing one GM share, etc., creating another 100%. And as this goes around in circles, someone coming out needing to cover, or someone being called out by their brokerage, could have massive effects on that entire in that entire market of that share in GME, which is I now get why there were people saying that there were concerns about how this kind of behavior around shorting could have broader ramifications for the market, because it is ridiculous that you can get to a point where only one share is traded, is shorted by 3 different people. Yeah, it's absurd that the SEC allows this. I have a feeling that the SEC will prevent this from being able to occur. You being able to short a share that is already shorted. I don't know how they implement that, but that's one of the things that I can possibly see coming out of all of this. They need to say something about their new game plan, though. They will be selling everything off and becoming purely online. Their costs will go down. Their profits will be up due to Xbox and PlayStation. But I'm not sure they need to say it now, because they know that this squeeze is a short-term event for them. It's pricing that's outside the fundamentals. So like everything that you're talking about is fundamental price action. So that would affect the underlying value of their shares. But they know that what's happening at the moment has nothing to do with the fundamentals. That if the underlying business changes, it probably wouldn't change much regarding the price, because no one is buying. No one cares at all about what GME is actually doing as a business, unless you bought at $2 and you're just sitting here watching and laughing at what's happening. So, I mean, it has some effect if you are holding at $300 and you see that in the long run it is going to still be a good company to hold, but you think, let's say it's $160, but you think in the interim the short squeeze would cause it to drop underneath that amount. That's useful to know, because then you wait out the short squeeze and the crash back to whatever price is below your target, and then purchasing ready to go forward to the longer term target based on fundamentals that you have. So that would make sense. But I really think, given this is just a complete technicals market at the moment for GME, I would be I wouldn't be surprised, but I'd be a little bit surprised to see GME make any comment on this in the next however long, especially given they haven't already. I mean, we're at the beginning of the end, if it is still going to happen. I think that if it's coming soon, I don't think GME saying anything at this point is going to help, and their lawyers are probably telling them that. If GME had said something maybe 3 weeks ago, it could have done something to help reduce what was occurring, but they've all borderline left it too late, in my opinion, to say anything that would be of any use. I use NabTrade. Doing it through a bank is kind of crap in the commission aspect, but my stocks are secure, so I shouldn't expect some cyber crap stuff. Yeah, that's a good point. You're using a lot of the commissions that you get through the banks are because of the chess sponsorship and the ASX fees around chess sponsorship. So keep in mind, in the United States, they don't have chess. They have, they don't have that. So there's not really a central registry of who owns what. And because we have that, it means that if NAB trade goes, or ComSec goes, or whoever goes, there'll still be a register of who owns what as far as shares are concerned, and your shares will be protected. That's right. So yeah, good you know that, to be honest, because it's very handy to know. Now there are brokerages in Australia that aren't just sponsored, so just not the big ones, a lot of the startups can start up without a chess sponsorship system in place. So those are the ones that you've got to be a little bit conscious of, because if you go ahead and purchase shares, give me a sec. If you go ahead and purchase shares and then they go under, there's a possibility that you won't get them back. You might, like if the brokerage themselves keeps a robust reporting mechanism, it's possible that they might go under or just wind up themselves and be able to wind down and liquidate holdings and give everyone the relevant amount of money. But if they're a very new, rough startup, it's absolutely possible that you would just then be a creditor waiting to find out what the settlement is in the end, and it would just be a mess. So yeah, it's something. Zeta. It's definitely something that is good that you're considering regarding holding shares and making sure they're in a chess sponsorship. It's very useful too, because it's very easy to find resources online that do integrations and track shares and stuff like that, who also use the chess system to capture that information. So having that centralized system that knows what you've got and where you've got it and how much you paid for it and stuff like that is good for those integrations that we have in Australia. So all right, so what we might do to finish up, I want to finish up with a video, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. YouTube. I'm not watching any weird cringe shit, so I need to sign in. Give me 1 sec, and let me sign in. Is Self-Wealth Chess sponsored? Yes. I say yes. I'm pretty sure they're chess sponsored. They're very popular online at the moment. Self-Wealth is it's getting both the brokerage and the shares of Self-Wealth are getting a bit of hype at the moment, especially because of GME. Because I think you can purchase GME through Self-Wealth. I've never used it before, so I've never really had personal experience with it. But I've heard good things. Yeah, I've heard reasonably good things with them, which is good. You certainly can't go wrong when it's people will say it's fantastic. And given with some of them, there's just terrible news like Stake. Yeah, I think Self-Wealth allows you to put, just maybe double check that. But a lot of people are talking about moving to Self-Wealth to get GME. So I don't quote me on it. I haven't really looked into it because I've got what I need to trade US shares. Okay, so let me. Oh, that's the password. I'm not showing that on screen. Outlook. That one. Copy email. See, I use Dashlane for my password manager, and they've moved to a web-based system. And so when you go to copy, they put password for email, which is silly. It's so dumb. It's making me click password first, even though every single thing has username password first. Outlook. Go copy password. Okay, cool. Here we go. Moving on the most crowded. It's only a 1 minute 30 video. I'm not watching this. Let me go back to my videos. Myself back down here. A day in the life of it. Okay, this is going to be relatable for all of you. Alright, weeb shit.
This is Nito, a Japanese man living in Kobe. For the last 10 years, he has spent nearly 24/7 in his apartment. In Japan, he is known as a hikikomori, a social phenomenon where an individual seeks extreme isolation, and today, he's allowed us to take an unfiltered look into his daily life.
Good morning, everyone.
Ah, this is old. Neat.
Unlike most Japanese people who are rushing to work around 6:30 a.m., his morning is quite relaxing. But you might be surprised to learn that Nito is not lazy. In fact, for the past 3 years, he has been developing a video game.
Cool.
Nito starts his day off with breakfast. It consists of cheese toast, yogurt milk, and some fruit. This is the same breakfast he's had every day for the past 10 years.
Yeah. I'm eating my meal on my chair.
Speaks English. Awesome.
Because while I'm eating meal, I can browse internet. Yeah. That's it. It's too hard while
What is
shooting and eating.
I'm not 100% about this. The other part looks alright.
It's estimated that over 1 million people in Japan currently
toast looks
isolate themselves like Nito.
Not sure about the fruit
And
and the
experts
milk.
on this matter are projecting that this number will approach 10 million in the near future. A whopping 10% of Japan's entire population.
Don't leave the house.
It's not easy to
That's
understand
crazy.
why someone would choose to live this way, but what better way to find out than ask Nito himself? Nito, take us back about 10 years. You graduated from the University of Tokyo. What was the job searching process like?
I like documentaries, so I applied to TV stations and productions. I have generally disliked Japanese working culture and relationships in the workplace. I had a sense of anxiety while I was searching for the job, so I didn't take it too seriously when I wasn't accepted by these companies.
English is really
Do you
good.
feel like once you've passed that initial job search period that you've lost the opportunity to get a good job in Japan?
Yeah, I think so. One of my uni senpai couldn't land a job he preferred, so he stayed in school another year and got accepted by a good company.
And when you decided you were done job hunting, what was your next step?
I believed that creative writing was my calling. I was thinking like, okay, I failed to land a good job, but instead I can experience a variety of work and can use it as my writing resource. I was going to quit my job when I can live on my writing anyway. I was arrogant and stupid. I was getting to realize that what I want to write was not what the marketplace wanted to read. I tried to expand myself to fit in the market demand, but I was not that talented.
I
I
wonder what he
wrote
chose
up
to write.
a novel that I simply expressed my taste there and ignored the market. Then finally I accepted I couldn't live off my writings, at least at the moment. But I wanted to live on my creation no matter what. Doujin seemed to be a reasonable choice from my eyes.
Doujin means independent distribution, and comes in many varieties with people creating games, animations, and manga. Due to the low volume of production, when these works become popular, they can also become quite valuable. In typical Japanese
I agree.
humility, Nito claims he is not good at drawing, but looking at his work, I
It's
think
pretty
most
good.
people would feel
Yeah.
differently.
I think it's awesome.
After breakfast, Nito sits at the computer, where he will spend most of his day. He starts off by reading the news, picking up some tidbits from Reddit's game development forum, and checking emails. And when you decided to be a doujin, that's when you moved into your current apartment?
Yes, I started learning how to draw in my old room. I had no friends in my hometown and felt rushed to become financially independent as soon as possible. Feeling ashamed to go outside, so I became a hikomori.
True.
That was 10 years ago.
What kind of work were you creating as a doujin?
I'm a bit embarrassed to say this, but 80% of professional doujin creators are making porn.
True.
In Japan, porn creators are relatively accepted or simply overlooked. That's what I was doing as well.
Is that due to high demand?
Yes, being in the otaku market, drawing cute girls is a must.
Yeah.
And being able to draw cute girls gives you more opportunities in the market. It's also a great way to train your drawing skill.
Weave master.
That makes sense.
It
Did you
makes
have any
sense,
success there?
You really want,
I
man.
published 2 books through an online distributor. My first was in 2014 and my second in 2015.
I think being in the public life now, I mean, not to say I'm in there yet. Like, you know, I get 3 or 4 viewers per stream, but at some point, if that's more, I have to accept that things can get a little bit weird with what's on the internet. Trust me, I've seen enough of some streamers, and not probably what you think too. It's a lot of male streamers that cop it. Female ones probably do too, but a lot of the men on stream, they get art done of them, some of which can get real, like, just, let's say, interesting. Yeah, it's funny. How and at the end of the day, you can't stop them, can you? People will draw whatever they like. And if you're a face that people can use to draw, then they'll do that. You're doing traditional first, the feel is strange, still getting adjusted to it. Digital, yeah. I used to love doing it as a kid. I used to draw as a kid. Probably stopped when I was 15, 16. And I kind of regret it a little bit. I kind of wish I'd kept going. This was back when I made a choice in my life to, like, downsize the hobbies that I was trying to do, because I kept trying to do everything. I'd have music, I'd have art, I'd have sport and whatever. And I tried to reduce some things just because I wanted to focus on other things. I used to play saxophone, believe it or not guitar. I used to be a saxophone player back in high school. Yeah. And I don't play it anymore. I enjoyed it while I played it, but I regret not playing a guitar. A guitar would have had more utility for me into my adulthood. A saxophone's just too hard to pick up and enjoy. It's too hard to use it to, and not to be shallow. It's too hard to use it to make other people interested in it as well. It's not really a very much a social instrument. Guitar, I felt, was always a more social instrument. One of my best friends, he plays guitar, and I very much regret it. Mind you, I'm the same with piano. I feel the same about piano. Really wish I'd picked up either piano or guitar. I still think about it, whether I want to take it up at some point. It's a good way to be creative. Yeah, it brings most of the ladies with piano. Yeah. Hey, look, don't get me wrong. I mean, you are saying the truth, right? And something I've thought about. Not that I need that now, but it is at a more broad level than that, a social instrument, which I felt would have been better in my early adulthood, especially when I was at university. It's why you're still. I don't think that's the reason. The only reason why you're still single, man. I don't think you can boil it down to, oh, I don't play guitar. Violin, man, I like violin. I actually would. I actually think violin's on the same level as guitar and piano. Something that doesn't require you to have to take away your mouth and concentration too hard, so that you can borderline be using your hands for something, but still able to almost hold a conversation with someone or talk back and forth about something. I find that to be a better social experience from a music perspective. Anyway, yeah. So moving back to drawing, I wasn't that good at it. I was a good tracer. I was good at tracing art and then adapting that art. So I actually wasn't terrible at it in the sense that I just literally traced. I was really good at expanding on like models. So I would trace the model out and then draw the clothing or something like that. And I'd be actually quite good at the clothing. I was starting to get quite good at that part, but I was terrible at drawing figures. I had just started to try and do figures on my own, but then that's when I gave it up, which was a little bit. In hindsight, it's not too late for me to start again, and maybe one day I will. Like I have an iPad now, and I can just pick it up. I don't need a pencil and stuff anymore. I've got the tools needed to be able to take it back up. It's just not something I've done yet, and having that patience to put the effort in to get good. I don't know yet what that would achieve for me, whether I maintain it as a hobby, do it on stream or something like that, or whether that becomes something that is a marketable skill, So yeah, I don't envy, well, a little bit, maybe a tiny little bit, those that have put that effort in, especially people who have started young. I probably wouldn't draw hentai, although there are plenty of art streamers who get close to drawing nudity on stream. Plenty of them. They're quite easy to find if you know what you're looking for. Who will draw plenty of things. Yeah. There are some very popular art streamers. Daff 39. She's a pretty popular art streamer. So she's one that she's only like 20, and she has 5 or 6 years of art experience. She's well known for her emotes, subscriber emotes, that she makes money doing, and she's like a 10K streamer. So people go and watch her draw on some streams, and she's great at it. Yeah. A lot of streamers are college dropouts. I watch a couple that started university and then ended. So yeah, it's something I'm thinking about. It's part of the reason I'm doing streaming is because it's a hobby that I can pick back up, and it helps me find other things to enjoy. Like you notice, I've bounced back from different content all night. Like I've started with videos, played video games, talked, and now we're watching videos and we're talking about other shit. So it's just something that eventually I'll be able to find hobbies and they can integrate into stream, or streaming just becomes a hobby generally, and we watch videos. I'm even thinking about whether I want to make a video, because that's another way that people have found their content, by making YouTube videos and sort of building off that. Yeah. Well, if you can make it streaming, it's not bad, especially if you can be big enough to get sponsorship dollars. Early days yet, of course. I'm still not even an affiliate yet, although I've now met the hours requirement for it, but I have not yet met the followers requirement. I need to get to 50 followers, and I have one today, Jamie. I very much appreciate that, Jamie. So hopefully we play some more games. Maybe play some Jackbox. Can get some more people floating around. I wish I did something young. Yeah, I agree. I wish I wasn't basically a boomer doing this. Yeah, my account's old too. I've had mine since 2013. Same, so 8 years, similar to yours. And I created that account back in 2013, but didn't even use it until 2017. When I finally actually started watching people on Twitch. And so I kind of regret not getting into the at least the community back then, because it might have convinced me that this was something I wanted to do. I know that mind you, like this is literally stream number 4, but I can already see how this is going to help me in my speaking because I'm becoming a lot more conscious already about my umming and ahhing. And that skill is something that is a massive standout in the real world when you're talking to people in business and in politics or whatever, and just your friends too. Yeah, umming and ahhing, which I do, and I notice when I do it. But as I get more into this, and as I start comparing myself to streamers who have been doing this for 6 or 7 years, I notice how natural talking now comes to them, without them having to and ah. And I see that and go, that's a skill I really need to build. It's something that's going to be a massive improvement in how employers and colleagues see you. I notice it at work when I see people who are my colleagues and ah a lot, and you notice it. Umming and ahhing is still better than a lot and talk a lot less. Yeah, agree. On stream, that's right. So like if you don't talk at all and you just sit there playing your game, absolutely right. 100% agree that talking a bit is better than not talking at all. But if you're getting to then that point where you want to go that step further, removing the umming and ahhing is, I think, the next step. And as you can get that skill to be able to talk without doing that. That's something that is definitely transferable to real world skills. So it's something that comes with time. You know, the more you talk, the more you have to prepare to talk, the more you have to concentrate on how you sound to people. I've found that actually seems to be accelerating this skill a lot more, way more. Just the fact that I know that there's a microphone here and that you all can hear me. And so I have to be conscious of how loud I sound, the intonation of my voice. I know I sometimes have a little bit of a drawl tone. That's something that I know now, and is something that even just after 4 streams, so 12 hours of streaming, I've probably even noticed it more and become more introspective than in 5 years of work, having meetings with people. And eventually, after doing this for that amount of time, you get to a point where it becomes second nature and you don't and ah at all. And then you can go to take that to your colleagues at work, and it will show. It becomes a subconscious thing for them to be able to see how much better you are at talking. You watch Obama talk years ago when he used to do his speeches. He used ums and ahs in very strategic parts of his speech. Otherwise, if he didn't know what to say, he'd stop. And he would go through the speech, and then he wouldn't be able to catch his breath, and he would just stop without needing to and you could tell that the way that he did that made his speeches more impactful. Yeah, I'm an Obama fan. Who would have thought that it's been 4 years since he was president? Because he makes up such a large part of our lives, being a president for 8 years. I think that's why we remember him so fondly. For what it's worth, growing up, I used to look at some leaders who I now think are horrible leaders with a little bit of fondness as a child because they were there. They were a stable part. You didn't pay attention to the politics. You paid attention just to the fact that they existed. And because they were a stable part of your life, you just developed a little bit of a fondness for their existence. Until then, you gain that ability to critically think and actually realize how bad some of them were. And you certainly change your tone in after that, right? Let's finish watching this. We've got 8 minutes to go, and then I've got to go because I'm a little bit over time.
I sold a total of 2,000 copies and earned a net revenue of 930,000 yen so far.
Do you feel like if you kept going with drawing that you could have made a living from it?
Maybe, but simply put, drawing porn is not fun for me. I can't find the
Why not?
meaning of life there. Also, my second book didn't sell
How poetic. Can't find the meaning of life in drawing porn.
as
What a
well,
shame.
so I didn't want to keep going. Around that time, Unreal Engine became free to use and I decided game development may be the last chance for my life. Now, years later, I am getting close to finishing my first commercial game, Plus
Cool.
Nito begins work on his game in the afternoon. He codes using the Unreal Engine, one of the biggest game engines used to develop for AAA game titles. His game title, Polstay, is a literal translation of Hikikomori. The game is an old-school beat-em-up brawler, centered around a Hikikomori named Susumu. The enemies are other members of society who are worried about him, want to mock him, or just want to see a Hikikomori in the wild. And in my opinion, looks pretty fun.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks super Japanese. Looks like a parody game they'll have in The Simpsons or something. Yeah, it does. Releasing next year. Oh, there's a demo. Oh, we're totally gonna play it. I'm totally gonna play this. This looks awesome. It's nice this video brought attention to that. Yeah, that's cool. They might become a millionaire. Stuff like this makes me want to make a video game of my own, but I know how much effort
After knocking
it
out
takes
some
to do
work,
it.
Nito takes a break for lunch. Not being much of a cook, Nito usually sticks to
He
frozen,
stomps.
retort packaged, or canned foods. He boils vegetables every day and has half at lunch and half with dinner.
I'm not talking with BBC clicking, so I'm watching their video and
this is not the biggest
prepare for their interview.
We've been close to for long enough to catch coronavirus.
How long have you been creating the games now?
I started developing games about 5 years ago.
Tell us about some of the challenges you faced along the way.
Well, my English was not great, so I couldn't write my game story in English.
It's a good
Also,
effort.
all development guides are written in English, so I needed to improve my skill. That was my biggest challenge to overcome.
It does sound like he has written down his answers to these questions in English, and he's reading off the script.
Developing games, particularly with the 3D
Which is fine,
graphics, has to
but
be a lot more
that does
difficult
sound like
than
what he's
writing
doing.
or drawing. So what is it that kept you focused and motivated over the past 5 years?
Yeah, it's certainly difficult and challenging, but I see it's rewarding a lot. You can tackle the new challenge and create your own artwork. That's what I want to spend my lifetime on. And also, I have no escape anymore elsewhere.
This is awesome.
Game development is the final result of mine.
I love these like quirky games. We need to play this. And this kind of reminds me that I want to play like Untitled Goose Game and stuff.
Looking at Nito's day, it's a bit
Bastard and
hard to
cyberpunk.
compare him to most hikikomori.
True.
The stereotype is someone who doesn't work at all and their parents take care of them,
Probably
while
less
they
buggy.
lay about consuming media. While his life is not socially accepted, I do admire the number of skills he's built up entirely on his own volition.
Talk down to this is today's my snack. Sorry for eating snack despite
Sorry for
I'm
eating a
hikikomori.
snack. What?
This is raisin dipped in water. So
Not a fan of that.
it's
These look like chocolate eclairs though.
soft and sweet. You can try it. And eclair.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
If the game is successful, what you wanna do next?
I'd love to travel around the world and meet game devs there. I have a couple of game ideas I want to make. These ideas require support from other people, such as a programmer and an artist. So I want to make connections with talented people and build a little dev team.
Not to jinx you, but what if it's not successful? Do you have a backup plan?
I will use Stay as my portfolio and try to find a job, preferably remote freelance job.
Can people play your game right now?
Yes, you can download a demo from my site.
When are you planning to do a
He said
final
this is on
release, and
Steam?
how
Oh,
can
yeah, it's
people
on
stay up to
Steam.
date with your game?
I'm aiming
Yeah, I'd love to
for
watch that.
Q1
It's a video of Stardew
2021 to release Stay on PC.
Maybe we watch that on
If
Friday.
it sells well, I will
You're
try
downloading
to
it
port
now?
the
Awesome.
game to consoles.
Tell
You
us
can
in-
check
tell
my
us in the
latest
Discord if it's
development
good.
on my Twitter.
Nito,
play it.
more of a personal question, but do you ever feel lonely?
It might sound odd, but I don't feel lonely much. I don't think I'm a misanthrope type, but simply don't feel lonely much.
A lot is riding on the success of this game for Nito. Please consider checking out the social links in the description or the comments, downloading his demo, or even share this video, as I think this is one of the best ways that he can get exposure, and we will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.
That was cool. I hope he's successful. Has 5 million views. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's really cool. We're gonna play it. We're gonna play Full Stay. I'll play it next week. I don't know if it's a game that we can play for 4 hours, but I'll download it, the demo, and we'll play the demo. That's cool as. And we'll watch. I'll remind myself to watch the Stardew. Actually, tell me which one it is. Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley. Oh my god, this is 20 past 12 typing. Develop. Is it develop a story? Something like this. Friday we'll do Jackbox. Friday we're gonna watch. If we've got 21-minute video, we might watch this one. Do you think it's this one? First one, cool. I'm gonna put that in add to queue, and we'll watch that one. We're gonna do Jackbox. It's drunk stream, so whatever comes after Jackbox. I mean, I can run it for whatever. It's Friday night, right? So we can do Jackbox until like, I don't know, midnight, 1 a.m. or something, and then I don't know. We'll see what happens after that. But we might start with watching a video. We'll do Stardew Valley development, and then we'll see where we go. We'll see where Jackbox takes us. I'll make sure to test it and get it working and stuff. But we should be all good. So next week, what we'll do is we'll play. I'm thinking we might play Among Us, because I mentioned the other day that I'd really like to play Among Us, because they've had an update and there's some mods and stuff that are pretty good. we'll play Pool Stay. I might play some more Valorant. I really enjoyed Valorant, and we'll see if we can we'll do some more like stocks and stuff. See how stocks are going. We can make a start on this. Maybe my journey of learning coding starts on stream. Maybe that's what I do. No, I liked Valorant. I really enjoyed that game. I'm not sure if you thought it wasn't a very good game, man. But I quite enjoyed it. To be honest, I couldn't care less if people didn't talk. We seemed to be fine, and I mean, maybe we do comp, but I don't really care. The unranked was great too. But there's plenty of games I want to play on stream. I want to play Rocket League. I want to play League of Legends. So that's toxic. No comp. Yeah, all comp is toxic. All comp in every game is toxic. There's no. I don't. Is comp in any game ever. It's not toxic. Overwatch is trash. I was playing on Saturday night. I was playing Rocket League on Saturday night, so I do enjoy playing Rocket League. I'm really bad. I do play comp sometimes. I'm only silver. Silver? Am I silver? Yeah, I'm only silver in Rocket League. And had these two guys on there just really going off. Like, unnecessarily. I have no idea why they bothered. But then I reported them. They were gone. So I don't mind. The toxicity fires back because I love games that tell you if they've taken action on someone who you've reported, and Rocket League is one of those games, and they told me the day after that they had taken action, so I assume they got a 24-hour ban. I'm hoping longer, but they don't tell you which one. Yeah, let's play Rocket League. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do some Rocket League next week as well. So we've got plenty of games to play. So like, I only do 3 days a week, so we've got plenty to do. Again, like, we're gonna watch Stardew Valley. I want to play Stardew Valley on stream. I love Stardew Valley. It's got multiplayer now. We can play multiplayer or something like that and build our farm together. I want to play Minecraft. There's plenty of stuff I want to get involved in. This was the whole point of me streaming, is because I wanted to branch out the games that I played. I look at Steam. I've got hundreds of games on Steam. I don't play any of them. And part of the reason I wanted to stream was because I wanted to force myself to play games that I don't play very often. I've never played, but I also wanted to play games that you enjoy, that I enjoyed, whether that's games I've played before or not. I've got a Switch. I've literally got my Nintendo Switch sitting here. And I've bought games for the Nintendo Switch that I haven't played yet, that I want to play. And so this is something that I want to get connected. I've got a HDMI capture cable, so I could probably get it started reasonably soon. I want to get that going. I've got Legend of Zelda. I want to play Legend of Zelda. That new one, I don't know. Don't remember what it's called, but I want to play that. So I have plenty of stuff over the next couple of months to play. I might have to start adding another day in. Maybe I have to do some Saturday afternoon streaming just to do longer sessions of video games rather than trying to do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. We've gone a little bit over time tonight, 12:30, but we've had plenty of fun and plenty to do. Just you do your usual 3 or less days. No pressure. Sounds like you're telling me you've had too much of me already. Thanks, EQ. Appreciate it, mate. It was a pretty good stream. We'll see each other on Friday. We're going to play some Jackbox, so I look forward to seeing you all there. And I will have you all played out. Have a good night. Look forward to seeing you soon.